Pardon us. You know the vibes. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, degenerates, gamblers, college football fans, college basketball fans, everybody in between, far and wide. Welcome in to episode number 7. Holy cow, we've already done 7 of these, or about to complete 7 of these, of the Cup of Joe on Campus podcast. I am your humbled, honored, hyped, and always handicapping host, Colton Cap'n Colt Soroka, and I can't thank you enough for choosing to stop by, hang out with me and my partner on this gorgeous Saturday of bets. Now, speaking of partner, you're looking absolutely terrific on that side of the screen, my friend. How are you over there, the man, the myth, the degenerate gambling legend, Mr. Riley RMags Magnuson?
My man, I am doing fantastic. As you can probably tell with my voice, I am still knocking a little sleep out of my voice and eyes. I did not, realize how bad my voice is here this morning quite yet, but we'll be good in a second here, my man. How about you? I am doing fantastic. Had a decent night last night. Would have been a lot better if we got the old Blackhawks to the window for our Friday 4-pack. But aside from that, I did okay. How about you?
Why'd you have to remind me, man? I saw it going tied 1-1 into the third period, and I said, oh, baby, we got it. But I'm not going to fuck anything up. I'm not going to put it on my TV. I'm not going to track it. I'm not going to watch anything. I'm going to let it do what it's got to do. And we get a 3-2 overtime loss, partner. 3-2 overtime loss. I'm done. I don't need it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to talk about the stupid NHL ice because, partner, I think we have to walk back our statements. We are not hockey sharps.
We were hot for a minute, but
it was fun
while it lasted. It was fun while it lasted.
Yeah, 100%.
We'll get there again, but it was rough.
As far as me, though, went 1-2 on my best bets of the day yesterday. Both the college basketball picks. Bonnie's got absolutely clapped by the Hokies. Holy shit. And South Alabama let Tarleton State walk all over them.
Weird,
could not believe that shit. So both of them, after we had a sweaty overcash in Middle Tennessee and Toledo, that was fucking electric. Toledo goes down and gets the final touchdown to push it over. But we ain't talking about yesterday's best bets. We ain't talking about what has happened in the past, except Mags has one final part of something that's happened.
I have one admission. I told you on the show, no matter what, I was staying away from the NBA, and I'm only saying this to kind of brag because I didn't stay away. I sprinkled a little quarter unit on the Spurs plus 550 money line and that bad boy cash. So I did not stay away. And, I guess I'm kind of bragging my ass off over here.
Yeah, but, that had nothing to do with the price of coin. You're just like, oh, hey, I sprinkled in the NBA, even said I'm staying away, and I cashed a $5.50 ticket, but didn't give it out to you guys. So appreciate you all of it. Like, what in the world? Either way, great for you. Good to see you're apparently back in your winning NBA ways. Hopefully you decide to be pretty easy still going into the weekend here and not get too wild. Because, my friend, we have a shitload of collegiate action. Not only college football, but college basketball. College basketball is going from wee early morning to late in the evening tonight, and then college football kicks off actually in about an hour and a half with Western Kentucky and App State. Actually have a play out of that game. And then last game of the night is at 8:15, the kick between Marshall and ULL. Actually got a play out of that game too. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 college football games up on tap, and I know there's over 150 college basketball. So we got plenty to get through. Yeah. We will drop it on down into second gear here, start burning a little bit of rubber on college football first. Sound good to you, partner?
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
All right, absolutely. Well, we'll do that since there's less of them and we have less plays there. But before we dive into the nitty-gritty, the juicy, the downright dirty, my friends, I ask you to lift your mugs. And on this beautiful, 1 second, please. Pardon me. On this beautiful Saturday of bets, cheers to you, my friends. Cheers to you, partner. And all you beautiful people, take your sip, and we'll get on with it shortly. Oh! Wow. They both taste good, Mags. They're both good. Okay. It's great. It's grand. It's showtime. My friends, without further ado, let's get into The college football slate of the day. If you got a question about a game we do not have a play on or one we do not break down, don't be shy. Drop your questions in the comments. We'll be more than happy to answer them live here on the show. And as always, we will drop down all of our picks in the ticker here. Nothing in there as of yet, so no reason to have it up. But we will add our picks as we go along. So without further ado, partner, let's kick it off. First game on the college football slate. The roofclaim.com Boca Raton Bowl between the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers and the App State Mountaineers, baby. Any play from you in this game? App State is laying 2.5 as the quote-unquote home team, and total is at 67 after 67.5 at open.
I'm going to let you take it away. I do believe you have a pick, and I'm hoping you can talk me in because this is one that I want some action on, and I was interested in the pick that I saw you have, so lay it down.
All right, my man. Well, I do have a play, and I'm going with the puppy dog. I am taking the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers +3, my friends. And one glaring reason is because the Mountaineers are the public darling, my friends. They've been great for the last few seasons. But as you see, in a couple of things I'll tell you here in a minute, Western Kentucky actually has been a pretty similar team this year. They maybe weren't so great last year or a couple of years prior, but this year they have been sneaky. And App State being that public darling, it's kind of already showed itself. About 61% of early bets were landing on this team when I capped it a couple days ago. Not sure where it's at now, but I don't think you should buy into it. The Toppers are going to come to play. This is their Super Bowl. We saw it with Middle Tennessee yesterday afternoon, who was light years below Toledo, my friends. Toppers were getting 88% of early money when I first checked on it, when I capped it a few days ago again. So I absolutely love those splits, but there are a few keys here. This game's going to be high-flying. Do not expect a defensive ground and pound, bang-it-out game. This is going to be a high-flying game. Both teams are solid versus the rush on defense, which even further solidifies my opinion on that. WKU 80th against the rush, App State 19th against the rush. And if App State has a weakness anywhere on defense, it is their passing defense. They allow about 206.6 yards per game, and that is simply not going to get the job done against Western Kentucky and Bailey Zappi. Zappi leads the first in the nation Western Kentucky Hilltoppers passing attack, averaging 434.6 yards per game. I think they get every bit of that. And App State, led by Chase Bryce, former Duke Blue Devil, now in the Mountaineer uniform, only 59th in the nation, 240.8 yards per game. I see this coming down to Zappi versus Bryce, and give me Zappi every day of the damn week. But you don't believe me? Believe a few key trends, my friends. Western Kentucky, 5-1 ATS last 6 overall, 5-2 ATS last 7 as a dog, 4-1 ATS last 5 following an ATS loss. App State, 1-4 ATS last 5 December games, 1-5 ATS last 6 versus a Conference USA opponent. I think the second-ranked scoring offense of Western Kentucky takes care of the 23rd-ranked scoring offense of App State. And if we don't get an outright win here, I see a little nonsense happening and an easy cover at the +3 or +2.5 for my first best bet of the day, my man. Did I get you convinced?
You've got me convinced because I already had a few preconceived notions about this one, my man. And one big thing, we've already talked about it a few times the last couple of weeks leading up to the bowl week here, and that's as far as motivation of coming into this game. Not saying that App State isn't motivated, but Bailey Zappi's 4 touchdowns from tying Joe Burrow for the all-time college football passing touchdowns record. You can't tell me that their offense, at least their offense, isn't going to be motivated. So I'm happy to back that, man. Like I said, not fading on App State as much as I am believing in Western Kentucky, but I might be fading the Fun Belt, man. I already saw yesterday a little bit overrated with that 12-point spread for Coastal Carolina against the MAC, and I'd put Western Kentucky a little bit better than NIU. So I'm on it with you, my man. No worries.
Let's go, dude. It's bowl season, man. It's not classic Saturday college football, and you got to dig deeper than surface-level shit for this. And I love that you said Bailey Zappi is only 4 away from Joe Burrow. I wasn't going to mention it, but let's fucking go. I think he gets over it today. So there you go. There you have it. Western Kentucky versus App State. Next game up on tap, partner. Texas, El Paso, the Utep Miners going up against the Fresno State Bulldogs. Partner, do you have a play on this one with the Bulldogs laying 11.5 as the de facto favorite and a current total of 52?
I don't have a play on this one. Do you got one?
Oh, you best believe I got one, baby. You better believe. Okay. I'm going to the Utep Miners plus 12.5. 12.5 is what I call them at.
Taker.
Oh, shit. Hey, producer, hook me up real quick. Let's see here. Real quick. Colt CFB picks. Let's see. WKU +3. Thank you, partner. You are such a fucking gentleman and a scholar. I don't give a shit what anybody else says. Okay, I'm going to the Utep Miners.
What does everyone else say?
Oh, fuck. Utep Miners +12.5. I saw it down to 11.5 at some places this morning. I'm okay with this one down to 10.5, honestly. It opened at 14.5, and evidence of the Miners being the sharp side. It's already dropping down quickly, fastly, in a hurry already by a field goal. I like Fresno. They were really solid during the year, but I think they're just being a little bit overvalued. They actually have an interim coach right now, if you didn't know, and they're solid, but they got a lot of holes. There's a lot of guys that are going to the NFL, or a lot of guys that transferred out, or whatever the case might be. There's just too many question marks for Fresno State to really be an 11, anything bigger than a touchdown here, in my opinion. I also think Utep is being extremely undervalued because this is their damn Super Bowl. This is like the biggest game that they might have possibly had in like the last 3 decades. This is the game for the Miners. And if you're giving me more than a touchdown and a field goal, I have to take it 10 times a day and 15 times on Sunday. I think there's one key thing that's going to be kind of the deciding factor here, and it's going to be Utep's defense. They're damn good, my man, and I think they're going to smack Fresno State right in the mouth. They're 30th in total yards allowed, 29th against the pass, 43rd against the rush, and 53rd in points per game allowed. Maybe we even see them get a turnover or two here. I really think the Bulldogs are going to be shocked by this defense, and I think it is way too many doggone points for a public darling once again that has kind of been Fresno State this year. But you don't believe me? Believe the trends. Fresno State, 2-6 ATS last 8 bowl games. 1-4 ATS last 5 bowl games as a favorite. I went even deeper. 2-7 ATS last 9 neutral site games, and 1-5 ATS last 6 neutral site games as a favorite. Not to mention they suck against Conference USA. 1-4 ATS last 5 against an opponent out of that conference. Utep, 6-3 ATS last 9 overall. 6-2 ATS last 8 Saturday games. I can't make it up, partner. And Utep, 4-1 ATS last 5 meetings with Fresno State. How about that? Give me all 11.5, 10.5. I take it down to, I caught it at 12.5. Either way, there you go. Take the Utep Miners on the spread today.
I like a partner. I'll probably stay away from this one. These two weren't quite in my wheelhouse this year, but I do like to play, most definitely.
Yeah, the only reason why I wanted to get into it, I found some stuff that this is like the Super Bowl for UTEP,
yeah, fair enough.
And I just think the old Fresno State dogs are a little overvalued. Kind of see it like I see it yesterday, Middle Tennessee and Toledo. Yeah, honestly,
I don't hate
pretty damn similar.
These big spreads are kind of head scratching for me with these teams. I feel like they're just missing on some of these interconference games.
Hugely. All right, let's keep it moving. That was the PUBG Mobile New Mexico Bowl. If you are a fan of PUBG. This next game up, the Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl, featuring the UAB Blazers and the BYU Cougars. Partner, what say you?
I was just going to say, I always make fun of all these goofy-ass bowl names. Today has to be the crown jewel of all the 5-6 games on the slate compared to the rest of the slate. Yeah, this is as good as it gets. Go ahead.
They're pretty good. Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl. Here we go. The Cougars laying 6.5 as the de facto home team in this bowl, and the current total up 0.5 point from 54.5. It opened to 55. Line opened 8 in favor of the Cougars, down to 6.5 at market consensus. Partner, anything from you?
No, sir. I'm interested in this one, but I didn't take anything on this one.
Well, of course, I'm just going to keep it moving and keep it grooving. I got to play out of this damn game. I'm going to the UAB Blazers. +7 is what I caught it at, down to 6.5. Let's go. I'm fine with it at 6.5, too. I'm fine if it loses the hook down to 6, because I think it honestly will. BYU is being extremely overvalued because of the name of BYU. I know it's college basketball season, but get out of that frame of mind. BYU is a terrible football team. They are 2-5 ATS, their last 7 overall, and have failed to cover 2 straight. Now they need to be a touchdown favorite against a UAB team that has been extremely sneaky. You're out of your damn mind. UAB 5-1 ATS last 7 games overall. They're a solid sneaky team, and we've backed them in a couple of spots so far this year. A little bit further on in the week spectrum, ways on back, maybe in September, October. However, they still cash some damn tickets for us. I think Much like my previous analysis, I think UAB defense surprises the hell out of the Cougars. They are 16th in total yards allowed, 52nd against the pass, 11th against the rush, and 41st in points per game allowed. Conversely, I think BYU's defense cost them the game. They're 73rd in total yards allowed, 77th against the pass, 63rd against the rush, and 49th in points per game allowed. I think UAB honestly wins this game outright, but I will take any points that the books are willing to give me. They are too sneaky, they are too damn good, and BYU hasn't been any of those damn words at all this year. But you don't believe me? Believe the trends. UAB 4-1 ATS last 5 as a dog, 4-0 ATS last 4 versus a team with a winning straight-up record. BYU 2-5 ATS last 7 bowl games, 2-5 ATS last 7 non-conference games, and 2-7 ATS last 9 games played in the month of December. Give me all of the UAB Blazers +7, and I'm cool with it at +6.5 too.
I like it, partner. I'm interested. You actually got me also interested in the under with some of these defensive stats. I was already interested in it as well, but hey, a little +7 on the dog and the under. I'm interested in both of those, my man.
Absolutely, my friend. They are now in the ticker. Nice. They're ready to rock and roll. Forgot to put it back up there for the second pick I got. So now it's ready to rock and roll. Okay.
Looking.
Here we go. All right, my friend. Damn, I really wanted to play out of the Lending Tree Bowl between the Eastern Michigan Eagles and the Liberty Flames. I could probably just about guess where you're going to go, but I'll yield back. Liberty Flames currently laying 9.5 as a de facto favorite. Total set at 57.5. Partner, what say you?
I'm curious what your guess would be.
Liberty Flames -9.5.
No, sir. I am going to the total in this one. I caught this one at over 58. Partner, I am in love with both of these offenses in this game. This Liberty offense and sneakily this Emu offense has been really solid all year long. Liberty on offense, top 50 in the country in total yards, passing yards, 54th in rushing yards, so just barely outside the top 50, and 42nd in points scored. Up against an Emu defense, 102nd in total yards, 113th in rush yards, 75th pass yards. Not the best defense in the MAC. In a MAC conference that was gashing these defenses with points, and Emu is one of them. So I really think Liberty's going to put up a ton of points, but I also think Emu's going to have some success as well. Even though Liberty's got a decent defense, you've got a Emu pass offense that's actually 33rd in the nation in passing yards, 83rd in total yards. Their rushing attack isn't very good, but I think they're going to be down and they're going to be passing a lot anyways. Because I am interested, you said it, I was interested in laying the points of Liberty, but I think it is just a couple too many points. I think they win by about a touchdown, if anything. But I think, and maybe not, I don't really care about the spread if I'm being totally honest, but I think both these teams are going to be putting up a lot of points. I think it's just a few too many points lower than it should be. And I think it's going to fly through. I think it's going to be some crazy action like we saw yesterday with a couple 42-35 type games. Give me the over 58 for my first college football, and so far only college football bet of the day, partner.
I don't know. If I was leaning anywhere, I was leaning Eastern Michigan, getting the points. I see this pretty similar to how I saw the Toledo and Middle Tennessee game. Again, from yesterday, Liberty has not been that team to really close out teams. They've really been a team that they'll start to lay the hammer down, and then in the very next quarter, they look like an entirely different team. I've watched some Liberty football this year, and they were not solid. Final digressing point. Don't want to blow this one through the floor on you, partner, but you said one key thing there. This total seems a little bit lower than what it should be. I think that's why. I'm not saying it goes under by any means whatsoever, but they have been fucking wagons to the under, both of these teams, at this number this year. That is the only thing that I just... Yeah, it's what I saw because I leaned to the over as well.
Let me defend myself a little bit here if I can, because
Go ahead, please, go ahead, because that's what I saw, and I was like, yeah, because I was leaning to the over as well, and it kept me away.
Okay, their last three opponents have been really solid defensive teams and really much, much better defensive teams and just teams overall. Army, ULL, and Ole Miss. All these teams are so much better than Emu's defense and Emu in general. I think Liberty's offense is going to destroy, at least in the passing game, the Emu defense. And, I don't think it's a little too, fishy low. I think it's low because of the last three games that they've had, and I think this one's going to fly over.
All right. Well, hey, I'm convinced. I'm with you. I understand. I get it. I think it's going to be a defensive game as well. So sounds like that is kind of what it's all coming down to for you. So I'll get in the boat. I'll check it out. Emu versus Liberty over 57.5 for Mags. He got it 58 down to 57. Wherever you find it at, it is fine at that number. Take the over. All right. Here we go. Let's keep it moving, keep it grooving. Let me block old Penelope Barnett. Appreciate you stopping in there, whoever the hell you are. Next, okay. That can't be right. You're telling me that the Utah State, I haven't looked at this. This is not me fucking acting right now. I am dead fucking serious. You're telling me that the Utah State Aggies against the Oregon State Beavers are playing in the fucking Jimmy Kimmel LA Bowl presented by Stifle?
Something along those lines, yes.
What the fuck is that? How the fuck do you get a bowl named after you if you're still alive and have nothing to do with sports?
Sports guy? I imagine it's some
Jimmy
type of charity.
Jimmy Kimmel Live? No, yes, that is not a sports guy at all. Period. Point
I'm aware who Jimmy Kimmel is.
Okay. I'm so confused. Either way, I don't have a play out of it. I'm glad I don't, so I don't have to talk about this damn game anymore. Utah State, Oregon State. You got anything out of this one, partner?
No, it seems like it's trying to intrigue people into one side, which obviously that's nothing there.
Fucking Jimmy Kimmel Bowl, dude. Like, I am so flabbergasted by this. Okay, all right. Well, there you go. That's my new goal in life, to have the Colton Soroka Illinois Bowl. That's what 2031, once we have the new Bears facility built in Arlington Heights, the Colton Soroka Illinois Arlington Heights Bowl featuring Illinois State University and actual Harvard. So the Harvard of Midwest and actual Harvard to see who actually is the baddest fucking Harvard team. Okay.
I like that.
I digress. Final team, final game on the slate, my friends. Kicking off 8:15 p.m. Central Standard Time. It is the R&L Carriers New Orleans Bowl. And for you Midwesterners, that is the New Orleans Bowl. Marshall, de facto home team, getting 4 points at home. At home. Total currently set at 55.5. Partner, anything from you?
No, sir, but I could probably guess where you are going in this one, my friend.
No, you think? You're damn right, my friend. I am going to the Herd. If you watch this show in any capacity on Saturdays or watch any of our other content, you know how I feel about getting the Thundering Herd as an underdog. I have to take it all. I took them at 5. It's down to 4. Would take it down to 3, my friends. I think they got a shot, if no shot at all, to win this game outright. I really think they have a little bit of a chance. But I'm going to take all the points the books are willing to give me. This actually opened up at 6.5. You can see it's quickly steaming down to 4, 3.5. I think it, once again, goes all the way down to 3. But there are a few key reasons as to why I believe that Marshall's going to pull away with at least the cover in this game, if not the outright win. They have the offensive firepower to hang with ULL. They're 10th in total yards per game, 12th in passing yards, 70th in rushing yards, and 26th in points per game. Simple comparison to ULL, 62nd in total yards, 85th in passing yards, 34th in rushing yards, and 50th in points per game. The only thing they're better than them in is the rushing attack, and I don't see this being a rushing game whatsoever, so I don't think we have to worry about that. Everybody wants to talk about ULL's defense, but my friends, this is bowl season. This is not defense season. This is not any of that. I'm not worried about that defense whatsoever. This is way too many points, and the books know they messed up or they wouldn't have already dropped this by almost a field goal. The bets and money are flowing in on ULL. They're the public darling, and I also think they're a little bit overvalued because this is in New Orleans. However, I want to tell you just a little bit about that. Even though this is in New Orleans, I found a couple key trends you guys need to be privy on. ULL, 2-5 ATS last 7 as a favorite. 1-4 ATS last 5 Conference USA against a Conference USA opponent. 1-4 ATS last 5 neutral games, and 0-4 ATS last 4 bowl games. They finished the season strong, year in and year out, and they get overvalued in their bowl games. And now they get to play in their own state. Wow, wouldn't you know it? I just had to toss it in. 1-4 ATS last 5 neutral games. It does not matter even when they're home state. They just don't play well away from home. Marshall, 7-2 ATS last 9 bowl games, my friends. And unlike ULL, they typically finish their seasons pretty shitty. They're not covering, they're not taking care of business, they're not doing a damn thing, and they come into their bowls undervalued. So we're taking advantage of that undervalue here today, my friends, because Marshall is also 6-2 ATS their last 8 neutral site games. Give me the Herd to thunder all over the Raging Cajuns today. Any points they'll give you, +3 is just fine, but I caught it at +5. I'll put it in the ticker.
I like it, partner. I mean, you already heard me say something about the Fun Belt being a little overvalued this bowl season, so I might be interested in this one as well, man. That. Especially 4 or 5. I could see it being another, just these Fun Belt action games. All these games, these key numbers aren't as big of a deal, in my opinion, as compared to, your typical, stand-up football game at the Power 5 level, or you know what I'm trying to say. Like these key numbers of 3 and 4 just ain't as big of a deal as they usually are.
Not at all. And once again, I think the Herd can win this one outright, but I will take every bit of the points they're going to give me. So there you go. There you have it. All of my college football picks in the ticker. All of Mag's college football picks in the ticker. We got nothing else to talk about as far as bowl season. Let's switch gears here then, my friend. For the second half of the show, I guess you can call it, diving into the college basketball slate. Hell of a slate on tap. Real quick here, just so we're all on the same page. No, that's going to take me entirely too damn long. There is north of 150 games. I mean, there is all types of shit going on today. So, as always, let's strap in for about the next hour, half hour, somewhere around there. What are you hearing, partner? I'm not hearing anything. Looks like you're. Are you all right? What? I
heard something.
It sounds something like something fell. It was definitely on your side. I don't know.
My
if somebody.
side,
Yeah,
so.
It was definitely your side. That wasn't me.
Okay.
Hopefully, maybe want to check on the old coffee grabber, or maybe
Possibly.
one of your mascots over there. Either way. Let's get this damn thing started. College basketball tips off today at 11 p.m. Central Standard Time. First game up on tap. Pittsburgh Panthers against the St. John's Red Storm. Red Storm laying 12.5 on their home court against a broken Panthers team. Or are they? Partner, this one seems like it glossed right over your eyes, even though it's the one that, okay, maybe not. What are you feeling here, St. John's and Pitt? Nothing?
I got nothing. I'm making that faces at the line movement. I saw this earlier this morning. I think it was at 14.5, if I'm not mistaken on that, right?
14.5 last night, down to 13 this morning, then down to 12.5 again. So.
Down to 10.5, 11 I'm seeing right now.
Not that I back the Pitt Panthers in any capacity whatsoever, but you can't trust that line movement. So I did have St. John's as a lean, my friends. I love the Red Storm. Actually, shout out Action Network. If you did see my year in review, they were my most profitable college basketball team last year. Right. So I absolutely love St. John's, but I don't think this is the spot we back them. Next one up. Butler Bulldogs against the number 4 ranked in the nation, Purdue Boilermakers. I can tell this one's eating at you, partner. I know you wanted a little bit of action here. Just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it either. I'll tell you where I was leaning. Butler ahead. Plus the 15.5. I'm just not 150% sold yet that they are those guys. They started off really slow. We started to pick it up. Started to look like that Butler team of old. But I don't want to get in the boat too early and kind of screw myself before I really start to target them come middle of January and definitely in February, where I really think they'll start to shine. So that's my opinion here. What did you have as far as your thoughts on Purdue versus Butler?
Very, very similar. I'm also extremely spot on as far as Butler. I think Purdue is that good. They were worthy of the number 1 ranking, and now they're scuffling just a little. They've only lost 1 game. They've had a couple close games.
Rutgers is sneaky, man. Rutgers is
sneaky, but also the other 2 games that they've played recently, NC State gave them a nice run for their money and covered that similar spread. Mm-hmm. I just don't know if we're going to see that same Purdue team, and then I would be all over Butler because these games are historically decent games. But we could also see the full-fledged murderer Purdue Boilermaker train, and I don't want to be caught in that. I don't want to be caught in that path.
No, I'm not trying to get stuck in the cattle, the cattle scoop, if you will, of that steaming engine. So yeah, I'm out of that one as well. But if I was leaning anywhere, probably be Butler. Okay.
Yep.
Next one up on tap, mis compadres. Tennessee Volunteers ranked 18th in the Nation, going up against the Memphis Tigres. Go Tigers! Regardless of if it is LSU or not, we always honor the late, great Coach O. Anytime there is a
great.
He ain't dead. He ain't dead. The great Coach O. He ain't dead. The great Coach O. Man, shit. Hopefully, I haven't checked on him in Destin in a couple of days. I hope he's all right. Either way, I got a play out of this game, partner. You got anything?
I do have a play out of this game. What do you have?
Oh, shit. I'm guessing by how that sounded, you're feeling chalky.
I don't know what you have.
We're feeling chalky, and we're going to oppose on this one. But I think they're back, and I'm taking the Memphis Tigers plus 5.5. We are opposing on this one. Yeah, and it's actually down to 4.5 on most books now, so I'm even more confident in this one. I think Memphis, actually, I just fucking looked directly at it, down to 4.5 on another book. But you got to track multiple books, just not DraftKings, my friends.
No, I'm saying I got 5.
I'm saying I got it at 5, too. I got it at 5 as well. So, actually got it at 5.5. I forgot I locked this in at 5.5. They are now down to 4.5. Some books, 5, some places. I think the Tigers are being extremely undervalued. After that 92-78 win over Bama last week, that was not even close from start to finish. And I think we can kind of get back in the boat with them at this point in time. We overvalued them at the beginning of the year. I think they got smacked in the mouth, and I think it's time Penny Hardaway turns around this team. The Vols are being extremely overvalued on the road. They've played fucking South Carolina Upstate and UNCG in their last 2 games. Great, they dog walked them. I don't care about that because in the game prior, they lost to Texas Tech 52-57, who I'd probably put right in the same vein as these Memphis Tigers, not to mention they were 4-point favorites in that game. Look where this doggone game's going, my friends. Couple of things here, though, that I believe allows the old Tigers to take care of the cover. They are pretty much going to own the Vols on the offensive glass. They're going to have plenty of second chance opportunities here today. They're second in the nation. Oh, no, I apologize. Was going down a little bit too far. I apologize. That comes into a little bit different of a play, but I forgot I got to go over here. I'm sorry. They have a very similar rank. This is what I was talking about these. They have a very similar rank for Tennessee, 45.8 field goal percent, 35.4 from beyond the arc, 38 field goal percent, and 30.7 three-point field goal percent allowed. Memphis is pretty much identical, if not a little bit better offensively, 47.4 field goal percent, 35.1 three-point field goal percent. They allow 38.7 from the floor and 31.3 from beyond the arc, so incredibly, incredibly similar teams. So what does this come down to? Who's going to push the pace? Who's going to get more opportunities of getting that ball in the bucket? And my friends, it's going to be Memphis all day long. They are 13th ranked in tempo per KenPom, 26th in offensive possessions, 100th in defensive possessions. Tennessee only 74th, and it's even worse in possession-based. 93rd in offensive possession, 253rd in defensive possessions. They have been letting teams boat race them, and they ain't been playing anybody good. I don't suggest at all that you go to the public darling of the Tennessee Volunteers. I'm very surprised that you decided to get this risky, especially with this line movement and this Fugazi favorite, my friend. I don't think this is going to be a sweat at all. Last couple things. Tennessee 2-5 ATS last 7 Saturday games, 3-8 ATS last 11 following an ATS win, 1-4 ATS last 5 neutral site games, and Memphis 6-2 ATS last 8 neutral games, 5-0 ATS last 5 as a dog, 5-1 ATS last 7 as a neutral dog, and the dog in the last 13 meetings between these two teams is 10-3 against the number. Give me all the Memphis Tigers, easy cover, plus 5.5. I'm cool with it down to plus 4.5 or even 3.5 if it continues to drop.
Fair enough, dude. I am taking the Tennessee Volunteers minus the 5. I'm back in this Tennessee Vols with the number 1 adjusted defensive efficiency in the entire country.
I love how you're so confident with this line movement. I love how you just came in there just confident as all fuck with this line. We've been getting crushed with this week in and week out.
I could care less about the line movement. I think the Tennessee Vols are going to smoke them in this one.
I think you should.
Because, like I said, Alabama, who this Memphis team just Alabama lost to Memphis, and Memphis is apparently back on track. I'm not saying they're totally dead anymore, but I do think they caught Alabama in the worst possible situations, coming off 2 emotional wins over both Houston and Gonzaga in a big old letdown spot. And I think this Tennessee defense is going to cause massive problems for this inconsistent Memphis Tigers offense. I've got no issues about this one at all. You mentioned that. Yep,
that's
you
Tennessee.
Mentioned that. Yeah, okay. You mentioned that Texas Tech game. I didn't interrupt you for a second, pal. You mentioned that Texas Tech game that Tennessee lost to. That was an overtime game at Madison Square Garden where the rim was about this big. this big, and that was
I've
the most
never watched
bizarre.
a college basketball game where it's that big before.
Yeah, that's what it felt like, and it was the most bizarre,
felt like it
bizarre
actually happened
offensive game. Hey, dude, I didn't interrupt you for a second, okay? Texas Tech or Tennessee in that game could not shoot for a second. They got themselves their offense back on track the last couple of games, and I think they take care of business easy tonight. This one is in Nashville, neutral floor at Bridgestone. I think Tennessee takes care of business easy tonight, -5. This afternoon, actually, morning.
Yep, it is this morning, and anytime you are getting an in-state rivalry, the guaranteed 150% always go-to method is take the underdog. So we will be taking Memphis Tigers +5.5. Partner's going to lay the 5 as it continues to drop down through the floor. He's confident as all hell in it with this defense. Makes no sense to me, but hey, whoever you want to back, go right on ahead. I put the gloves down. Okay, let's keep it moving, partner. Here we go. With next game up on tap. Probably not going to have anything here for the next little bit.
I got a nooner.
The next one, yeah, but there's like a couple of games here that don't even have spread. So give me one moment here, sir. Delaware State versus North Carolina Central. You want me to exact that exactly? Okay.
Well, you said for a while. I got a
yes.
new one.
Okay. Hartford versus Central Con. St. Francis versus Illinois. Radford versus Davidson. Lamar versus Texas A&M. Hold on. Next one up, I do have a play out of Gonzaga at Texas Tech. It's actually a neutral court. Again, judging by the look on your face, you're getting chalky today. You're enjoying the chalk here today.
I think we're on the same side here.
Okay. I hope we are. I'm going to the Texas Tech Red Raiders +8.5. I absolutely love them in this spot. Are you backing them as well? Okay,
yes, sir,
good. I didn't want to put the fucking Dukes up again. Goodness gracious.
I do.
All right. Zags are being incredibly overvalued, in my opinion, dude. I don't know about you, but they have failed to cover 4 straight, and they've only covered 3 out of their last 8 games overall. I can't buy into that, especially with this at 8.5. If it was at 7, which for some reason they've had some good success winning games by 8 points, when it goes above that 7, it is like their death wish. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about the 8.5 or 8. It's just what happens. The Red Raiders, in that same vein, they're being undervalued. Kind of the theme of all my shit today is the overvalued and the undervalued. They've covered 3 of their last 5, 5 out of their last 8, and they just had that solid win over Tennessee, 57-52 in overtime in the process. Even with, I know I was fucking with you, but even, yeah, that rim did seem this fucking big. I mean, it really did. And even with that, Texas Tech was able to pull it off. And I think that's kind of why it led me into my previous play as well, because Texas Tech just seems like those guys. And now this is where my eyes kind of went down. Rebounds are going to be a big thing. It's the hustles for hustle stats for me. So this is what I was saying earlier, meant to say it for Texas Tech. So rebounds. Second chance opportunities are going to be huge for the Red Raiders. They are second on the offensive glass per KenPom, 35th on the defensive glass. So not terrible defensively, but I think they'll have enough success against Gonzaga that have played some smaller opponents. 20th on the offensive glass per KenPom, 22nd on the defensive glass. I think we see just a little regression from Gonzaga, but the turnovers are what really does it for me, my friends. Gonzaga, 139th on the offensive side, 282nd on the defensive side. You might look at Texas Tech offensively, get a little worried. They are 211th ranked offensively in turnover percent, but they're 20th on the defensive side of the ball. If anybody's winning the turnover battle, I think it's going to be the Red Raiders. They're going to put pressure on the Zags and get them out of their game. Won't allow them to get out and run. I mean, obviously the Zags are going to get out and run, but I think they're going to be able to limit that, especially with their ability to turn the ball over. Last but certainly not least, you know I love free throws in this spot, my friends. Texas Tech on a neutral floor, going against Gonzaga, need to stay in it, getting 8.5 points. They're 27th in free throw rate per KenPom. That's going up against Gonzaga. That's 104th in free throw rate. I simply can't buy it, my friends. I got to buy into all of the Red Raiders. A couple of key trends before I kick it over to you, partner. Gonzaga, 0-4 ATS, last 4 as a favorite. Texas Tech, 4-0 ATS, last 4 following an ATS loss. 5-1 ATS, last 6 on a neutral court as an underdog. And Texas Tech has covered and won the last 2 meetings with the Gonzaga Bulldogs as 5-point and 6.5-point dogs. Hope I didn't take all of your thunder, partner. What say you?
No, I mean, you kind of did, if I'm being totally honest, but that's all right. Because, no, I don't have a ton. I mean, I really like Gonzaga this year as one of the best 5 teams in the country, but Texas Tech's coming in at number 25 right now. I'm not going to be talking about just the AP rankings all day, but I think Texas Tech could be a potential top 10 team in the damn country, man. I think they're really, really good. I think they're, like you said, the biggest thing for me is that I think they are extremely undervalued. It would not even shock me whatsoever if they pulled out a win today on this neutral floor here in Phoenix. Here early on in the day, Gonzaga usually plays their game later in the evening. This might be a random analysis because, you took a lot of the hard facts here. A lot of random stuff going on, and this one's at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. So I actually don't know if Arizona is West Coast or Mountain Time. That's on me. Probably West Coast, right? But nonetheless, it's going to be earlier. And Texas Tech, Texas Tech plays a lot of these games. Gonzaga does it. That's a weird part of the analysis, but I think that's going to buy into it. Gonzaga could be going out slow in this one, partner.
I think so too, man. I don't think it's a weird analysis at all. I think you're spot on with that one. And the line just seemed kind of wrong to me. I think depth plays into it too. Texas Tech 7th ranked in bench per KenPom. Gonzaga 235th in that same category. So I think we see Texas Tech absolutely lay it on the Zags here today with it being such an early game. If my mouse would fucking work here. 12 p.m. Yes, at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. That should be interesting.
Going the wrong way to 9.5. But I think that it's a lot of money on Gonzaga. I think they just have to honor that, honestly.
Yeah, that's honoring it. And honestly, it's a public and split in a half. Right. It's Texas Tech's the sharp side. So I'm not worried about that one. Probably won't have another one for just a couple of games here. New England, Maine, Alabama A&M at Indiana State. Stop me, partner, if you got any opinions here. USF against Florida, South Florida against Florida on a neutral court. I got nothing on those three, but I do have one in the next game.
Okay.
Texas Christian University Horny Frogs against the Georgetown Hoyas.
Talk to me.
Partner, did you think I would have the audacity to fade Patrick Ewing and the boys? Did you think that I would be that fucking crazy after what we watched on Saturday last week? No, sir. Let me tell you why. A couple of key reasons here. TCU actually being extremely overvalued, once again, theme of the day, because they have some pretty inflated statistical numbers, and I'll talk about some of those that I think we see some regression from here today. They played some pretty bullshit teams, if you ask me, and I think that's why they're inflated. Austin Peay, South Carolina, Pepperdine, Nicholls State, Southern Miss, McNeese, yet somehow they're 3-4-2 against the number. You've got to be kidding me, and they have not been that big of favorites to be jacking around like that. Hoyas are being undervalued because of that slow start. We couldn't back them early on in the year. They weren't very good against the number. Now they have found it, my friends. They have won 3 back-to-back-to-back dominant wins, and now one of them has been one of them was Syracuse. They was a dominant win over them on their home floor, and I think with this being on their home floor, I think that's where the reason why we see this one. Are you turning up and turning down your mic or something over there?
My bad. I just had to mute it for a second.
What the fuck are you doing? All right. Okay, just so I know. I was like, what the hell is going on in my headphones? Okay, so their home number, 6-1 straight up, 5-2 against the number at home for the Hoyas. I think that really looms large for them here today, but there are some keys. Tempo, Georgetown, 28th. Per KenPom, TCU 263rd. I don't even think I need to say it, but I will. The Hoyas are going to boat race the Horned Frogs. 3-ball, going to be large here today. Georgetown 13th offensively, 242nd in defending it defensively. Say, ooh, that's not very good. TCU, we ain't worried about it. 322nd shooting the 3-ball offensively, 138th defending it. So I think the 3-ball is going to fall in favor of the Georgetown Hoyas, allows them to pull away here. Also, rebounds. Georgetown 25th on the offensive glass, 115th on the defensive glass. TCU's 4th on the offensive glass, 60th in the defensive glass. You might say, Colt, why would you bring that? TCU's obviously better. I wanted to let you know because I think that is one of the key spots that we start to see some regression here. TCU has played some small teams. That is something that Georgetown is not. I also see free throws being large here today, allowing Georgetown to pull away at the end. 103rd in free throw rate per KenPom going up against TCU. That's 171st in the same category. You don't believe me, my friends? I absolutely love this one. This might be one of my favorites of the day. I think this line is all bass backwards. Believe the trends. TCU 4-9 ATS last 13 versus a Big East opponent. 8-22 ATS their last 30 following an ATS win. 5-15-2 ATS their last 22 as a favorite in the Hoyas. 4-1 ATS last 5 as a home dog. 9-3 ATS last 12 Saturday games, and 6-2 ATS last 8 following an ATS win. Give me all of the Hoyas plus the 2 points, and might sprinkle a little bit on that old money line too.
Okay, I like it, man. You mentioned it. Georgetown's playing a lot better. I just didn't know. I just haven't seen enough of TCU. You mentioned all those terrible games they played, and that's part of the reason why I don't know who they are too much. I mean, I watched them for the first time last Saturday against A&M.
They suck.
So I'm staying away from this one, but I do like to pick.
They fucking suck. Okay, so there you go. 44% of current bets, but 72% of money on the Hoyas, baby. Okay, I don't believe I have one for a little while here, but let's go on through. No spread set for that game. Oh, boy. Partner, I really wanted to play this one, and I wanted to make everybody privy about this team so you know what the hell's going on. I think it's a little bit too big today against their opponent that they're playing, but Fairleigh-Dixon going against Virginia. Virginia laying 24 at home. It is on their home court. No neutral game here today. Fairleigh-Dixon is bad. Bad. Now, they can probably cover this 24. I'm not sold on that fact, but they can probably cover it. They're bad. They haven't even covered the number at home yet. They're 3-6 on, or 3-5 on the road, but they haven't covered at home yet. So I don't know what this team is. Keep your eyes peeled. You see Fairleigh-Dixon. Oh, I didn't go out there. My headphones went out. You see Fairleigh-Dixon. Like, what the fuck was that? You see Fairleigh-Dixon. Anything maybe I would say 12 or smaller, I would probably take their opponent at this point in time. They're pretty bad right now, and I've kind of been keeping my ear to the streets on the old. They look like a blue chess piece. I know that's not the name of their fucking team, but the Fairleigh-Dixon blue chess pieces.
Blue chess pieces. I like it. I mean, I would like it. And I mean, you know me with how much I kind of like Virginia.
Knights.
The Fairleigh-Dickinson
Knights. The Knights. So that makes sense. A blue chess piece. They are a blue knight. That is that chess piece would be a knight. There you go.
But yeah, Virginia. I mean, the slow tempo that they played, they could beat them 60-35 and cover the spread. But you know, with that slow tempo and how kind of mediocre that offense is of Virginia, I think you're right in staying away from this one because you know they might smoke them, but they also could play. They could dominate them and still only beat them by 10. You know what I mean?
100%. Okay. Next one up. Bellarmine at Miami OH. Nothing out of that one for me. Was interested in Bellarmine, but Miami has kicked me in the teeth one too many times so far this year. Niagara against Albany. This one's on a neutral floor. I liked Niagara. Was hoping they would be a dog. Was hoping this would be at like plus minus 2.5. Niagara's at minus 5.5. No interest for me. However, Niagara is a solid low major team that you can back when they are a dog. Just be a little tentative when they are a favorite.
Yeah.
Next one up. No, you're good. That's all. Hey, that's all the response I needed. That was all good. I just need to take a breath. Dixie State at North Dakota. Nothing here from me. Dixie State, I don't think needs to be a 3.5-point favorite on the road, but I can't tell you enough about North Dakota to back them with confidence. So I'm staying away. UNC Wilmington, High Point, CSU Bakersfield, Colorado, Tennessee Tech, Wright State. Was interested in Tennessee Tech plus the 7.5 because fucking Wright State couldn't cover a king-size bed, or that's twin-size bed if you call them a king-size blanket. It just does not work for the Wright State Raiders this year. 7.5 seems too much to me, but Tennessee Tech ain't worth a hot damn in their own right. So keep your ears to the streets on any team playing Wright State. They are a great team to fade so far this year after having an electric COVID season last year.
Sure enough.
Next one up. Okay, I got to play, baby. Here we go. Okay. Mid-Major King has entered the chat. None of this high-level bullshit anymore. ETSU against UNC Asheville. The Bulldogs. I fucked up. The Bulldogs against the Buccaneers.
Yep, there you go.
Okay. My friend, can you take any guesses where I might be going here?
I see it. I already saw it. Sorry.
Ding, ding, ding. Okay, that's just fine. So, you are the big winner. Yeah, it's the UNC.
Actually, I would have guessed wrong, so.
It's the UNC Asheville Bulldogs, plus 3.5. They have been this team that I somehow find a way to fade when they are at home, and they have kicked me in the teeth every single time I've done it this year. They've been a dog in this spot, or they've been a slight favorite in this spot, and they have kicked me in the fucking teeth. I'm not missing out on it again. They are being incredibly undervalued. Hey, there you go. There it is again. Undervalued at home, 4-1 straight up, 3-0 against the number. They can't do shit on the road, but they are cover machines on their home hardwood. On the contrary, ETSU, not the same team from last year, my friends, and being pretty overvalued here. They've played low-level opponents recently, including ones that didn't have any spread set in the games, so I think they're in for a little bit of a rude awakening here on the road in UNC Asheville to all my North Carolina folks out there. There are a couple of keys in this one that I do see being big. ETSU depends on the three ball in order for them to produce consistent scoring. Not going to work today. They're 22nd in point distribution when it comes to the three ball on offense, but UNCA is 23rd in three-point percentage allowed to opponents. So I think that is going to be completely shut off for the Buccaneers here today. And once UNCA kind of starts to close out, get some of those solid rebounds, they're going to push the pace. They're going to get out and stretch the legs in transition with their 142nd ranked tempo up against ETSU's 310th. Talk about a gap. Also, turnovers. If anybody's winning the turnover battle, it's going to be the Bulldogs. 188th on the offensive side of the ball, 176th on the defensive side of the ball. ETSU, 274th offensively, 198th defensively. Last but certainly not least, give me the trends from the charity stripe. 208th for the UNC Asheville Bulldogs, 358th, dead ass last in all of college basketball for the ETSU Buccaneers in free throw rate per KenPom. No way am I backing a team that does that, because you know me and my free throw numbers. But you don't believe me? Believe the trends. ETSU 2-5 ATS last 7 road games versus a team with a winning home record. 1-4 ATS last 5 following an ATS loss. 1-4 ATS last 5 following a 3+ consecutive game homestand. The Bulldogs 4-0-1 ATS last 6 following a straight up loss. 4-0 ATS last 4 at home. I'm not missing out on it again. 4-1-1 ATS last 6 Saturday games. Give me all of the UNC Asheville Bulldogs at the old +3.5 for my, now I do believe it is the fourth best bet of my day.
I like it, partner. I will be staying away from this one, but this I do like this one.
This one jumped off the screen at me for this being a mid-major play. I was getting too into the big games today. I was like, yo, I got to sprinkle in a little mid-major action somewhere. What the hell's going on? Asheville is a dog at home. No way I'm getting burned again. No way. I'm not doing it. So UNCA +3.5. Mid-major king has now exited the chat, but he is still here. All right, let's keep it moving, keep it grooving. Patna. LaSalle at Bucknell. This one's interesting. Bucknell +2.5. They are a speedy team, and LaSalle is not. Anything from you?
No, sir. I got nothing on that one.
Me either. I really wanted to take Bucknell, but I don't know. Talk to me in about 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Because I said it about 2 weeks ago. Talk to me in a month. About 2 weeks, I'm going to start backing these teams. LaSalle and Bucknell.
LaSalle's
both.
a team that I like to keep tabs on, so I'm sure I might even watch this game, actually.
100%. I think I will, too. Wanted to take, you know me, partner, wanted to take a play out of this one. Drexel Dragons at the Temple Owls. I was going to take Drexel +3.5. Looks like maybe I should have. Not too sure. They're down to 2.5 now. It looks like at consensus. Looks like it's kind of bouncing around everywhere. They are solid against the number on the road. 3-1 ATS so far this year. Temple not great against the number at home. Temple not a great team. I was just trying. I felt like too much of a homer. If you know me, you know me and the fucking Drexel Dragons. I saw them as a dog, and I about came out of my shorts. So I'm going to stay away, but about 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. We can probably be back in the Drexel Dragons. All right. Tennessee State, South Carolina State. I am good. Partner, I'm going to find it extremely hard to believe if you do not have a play out of this game. Next one up on tap, the Indiana Hoosiers at the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Irish getting 4 points at home. Current total 137. Anything from you?
I am staying away from this one,
Good
partner.
man.
I lean heavily towards the Hoosiers. I think this line is fucking spot the hell on. I would not be surprised. I think it's going to finish somewhere between 3 through 5, and it's going to come down to, like, this is going to be a crazy sweaty, like, I think as long as Indiana's controlling the game, like I think they will, I think it's going to come down to free throws at the end, and you're going to have maybe even last possession, like, fly through the back door for absolutely no reason, make or miss to win or lose the bet. And I don't really feel like I need that sweat in this one. If I'm doing any, typically I do a nice little like profit boost 4 or 5 like parlay. I might take Indiana's money line on that because I do think they win this game. I'm not touching the spread though, partner.
70 games remaining. That was what I was finishing up there. I do apologize, but I was listening to you as well. Yeah, there's no reason to touch this one whatsoever. But I am with you. I do lean Hoosiers -4. But I think it finishes right at 4, and I'm not interested in sweating a backdoor or anything either way either. So I don't know.
There's also a lot of money in the Hoosiers, and I don't want it. I don't want it.
There you go. There you have it. 70 games remaining, and your boy has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plays remaining. So
do I.
How about that? All right, let's keep it moving. Keep it grooving with some next plays coming up here. Austin P. Vanderbilt. Was interested in Austin P. If you're really interested in that game, I was kind of interested in scooping up to 15.5, but I think I'm going to stay away. Partner, did you find a play out of this matchup?
Nothing on this, but you know that I'm interested in the under, my friend. I've been staying away from the old... Actually, I am mistaken. I'm glad I didn't dive too deep into this one. My stupid brain,
VCU and Vanderbilt?
I don't know what the hell I'm doing out of here. That's Vanderbilt. Get me the hell out of here. I have no idea.
You ever get into a sentence and you get about 3/4 of the way through and you realize it's totally wrong and you just go get me the fuck out of here in my head? I got your back, partner. We're all good to go.
I mean, both these teams are under teams, though, so I kind of stay my point. But hey, get me out of here. No interest in this game anymore.
The Virginia Commonwealth University Rams, a lot different than the Vanderbilt Commodores. Very different. But either way, there you go. There you have it. Oh, we can't ever skip out on an opportunity, partner. St. Joe's Hawks going against the Fuck Bradley University. I don't even have enough respect for them to give them their doggone mascot name. If I could, I would take all of the St. Joe's Hawks plus 4.5 on the road.
Sure,
fuck Bradley, left, right, and center. I can't stand the sons of bitches. All right, keep it moving, keep it grooving. Roll Birds. We'll talk about the Birds here shortly. Apologies if any of our viewers or any of our connections are from the terrible University of Bradley University, but hey, fuck, your fault, not mine. Next one up on tap, Louisville Cardinals against the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers, and Western Kentucky Hilltoppers basketball team not as valuable as their football team, but I think this line stinks to fucking high hell. Wanted the Louisville Cardinals -2.5, I will tell you that, but couldn't get all the way in the boat. What this felt like to me, partner, is a play we cashed yesterday. Richmond Spiders -2.5. However, not the same money splits. Western Kentucky looks like a severe sharp side right now, and it's not a side that I'm trying to fade. I don't know why. I can't find the angle, but I'm going to stay away from this one.
Louisville is just, I'm still waiting for Louisville to find some consistency. It's like you're just kind of throwing, it's like Russian roulette with betting on them right now. Win 100%. Or lose, straight up ATS. I got nothing interested in this one.
Okie dokie artichoke. Well, let's keep it moving and grooving. Southern Miss, UL Monroe. I'm good on that. If you need some action out of that one, would lean UL Monroe, laying the 6.5. Southern Miss sucks. Eastern against Western. That should be a shitty, disgusting, terrible game.
That's a Magnuson family scrap right there.
Hey, how about that? How about that? Western laying 19.5 at home. I think they're worthy of that. They're 3-0 against the number, and the Panthers 1-5 against the number on the road. They have been bad. Keeping it moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 next games have no spread set for them, so won't waste any time there. Really not interested in Elon at Duke. Maybe Elon plus the 28.5. I'm not interested in laying the 28.5, but I can't tell you why I would take Elon, so I'm good. Partner, are you, or do you rather, possess the Yones to roll on over to the Nichols State? I'm not. They are the Nichols State Colonels against the Mississippi Valley State Delta Devils today. Colonels laying 23.5. Oh no!
You know I want them. I'm not taking them. You know I want them. They've already played each other. And I've lost a couple times. I feel like I'm probably 2-2 in these MVSU games this year. MVSU covered on, December 9th, a week or so ago. minus 20 spread. Now they boosted it up. Gun to my head. Give it to me, but I got to stay away, dude. I got to stay away.
Okay, I'm glad. I'm happy you are becoming a changed man. You're seeing.
I'm not happy about it.
Well, I know. But I'm glad you see sometimes when you get smacked in the mouth, you stay away because it kind of hurts a little bit. So we'll be back there some point in time. Give it about a month. Give it about a month. We'll be back there. Watch, they'll suck. They won't be able to cover shit. Okay, next one up. Really wanted to play out of this one. I cannot lie to you, but I decided to stay away. Marquette Golden Eagles at the number 25 ranked Xavier. They're not the damn Bulldogs. Why do I always fuck this up? Musketeers. Why do I fuck that up? Yeah, remember, X, right? the cross swords. There we go. I'm not going to lie to you. CC John Rothstein, Xavier basketball, hell in a cell. I wanted to lay the 10.5. I can't lie to you at all. I still want to lay the 9.5 even with the line movement. I think it's fugazi because there's a shitload of action coming in on Marquette and Shaka Smart's boys. I love Shaka, dude, and I think the entire public loves Shaka, and I think the public wants to see the rebirth of Shaka Smart and do something here in Marquette. But man, if the books are setting it like that's a trap. You're like, Marquette,
it has to be, right?
Marquette 9.5. We have to take that. Like it seems too good to be true. I think Hell in a Cell absolutely rolls today.
Right. I'm honestly just taking a break on Marquette. I got the last week, a week ago, I took UCLA against Marquette minus the 7. Felt like a really similar situation, so I agree with you. Gun to my head. Give me or laying the points with Xavier today. I'm just taking a break on these Marquette spreads because everything you said, everyone loves them. So it's like, why is this so high? Is this just free money? Right. I would find that hard to believe.
Right, kind of what I think as well. So once again, leaning towards the Xavier Musketeers if you do need any action out of that game. Next two games, no spread set. No interest for me in Morgan State and Mount St. Mary's. I would take Morgan State getting the 4 points if I was the CBB mid-major king I claim to be. But they're 1-4 ATS on the road. Mount St. Mary's 0-3 ATS at home, but they got to get right at some point, no? So maybe it's here against the Morgan State Grizzlies. I can't tell you either way. Partner, they're kind of not becoming my boys anymore. I can't really find a spot to fucking back them, and they just kicked us in the teeth on Wednesday. The Northern Colorado Bears going up against the Washington State Cougars. Cougars laying 13 at home, and I hate to say it, but if I'm leaning anywhere, I'm leaning towards the wagon that has been Washington State at minus a 13.5. But I also like Northern Colorado enough that they dropped that line down from 24.5 against Oregon to down against another Pac-12 team. Give me the fucking 13. I don't know. I couldn't find a side. I couldn't find
gun to my head. Give me the Bears, dude. I'm staying away. But gun to my head, I like NoCo, actually.
I like NoCo,
because of what you just said as far as Pac-12 team, and obviously it's extremely different. Arizona to Washington State. Arizona's a top 10 team, so I don't know that that's an even deduction as far as even staying in the same conference. Because Washington State, I mean, ATS you mentioned, not bad. I don't know what they are still, so yeah, I'm staying away.
No idea. There you go. There you have it. Probably same spot I would lean, but felt like too much of a homer. Next one up, Wofford at Presbyterian. I was interested in taking the 6.5 with Presbyterian. Wofford's been a little questionable to me, but I just don't know what's up with the Blue Hose quite yet. I think it was kind of what I felt like is I was like, I got to hammer them in because they beat my Citadel. Like, I don't know if they can stand and bang with Wofford for all 40 minutes here, so I'm going to stay away from this one. But
I think that spread's pretty solid, honestly.
Give me 2 weeks. We'll talk about it. About it. I need Wofford to start picking it the fuck up, too. We cashed some damn tickets left, right, and centered on them last year. They need to pick it back up here in 2021, into 2022.
Yeah, I think they win that game for sure, but yeah, spread, who knows?
100%. Howard, North Carolina A&T. This one kind of slipped by me, partner. You know me, I'm a Howard guy. This one's actually at a pick 'em. Damn, I don't think NCANT should even be in a pick'em in this spot. They are the way worse team.
Looks like a potential spot where this is sell high on NCANT. Last two games covered 17.5 against Central Florida and one straight up as a 12-point dog against ETSU. I got them as a pick'em against Howard, who just they failed to cover against Georgetown, lost by 12 on a 10-point spread.
Ooh, that's
Howard might have some value today, dude.
Daggum. Okay, son. Hold on.
It's at 3 p.m., so maybe you mark it down and take another look at it. I don't know.
Yeah, that's going on the lean sheet for sure, my friend. Hey. You think I come to this show without a lean sheet too? You're out of your fucking mind. I got additional ads. I'm not the smartest motherfucker on the planet. I listen to you over there too. I see what's happening. All right, so next game up on tap: Northern Iowa against Marshall. And boy, oh boy, it took everything. It took everything I had not to hammer in the herd today. I wanted them so bad. I wanted to do a fucking Thundering Herd 2-legger parlay, both on the fucking money line. Let's go. Let's get wild. UNI is bad, but they're trying to find their footing. And exactly, are they? I don't know. And I think Marshall's good, but are they? I don't know. They burned us bad last week, and I think UNI is bad. I think Marshall's good, but are they? I don't know. Are they? Couldn't tell you.
Because they beat the Bonnies a couple weeks ago, man, UNI, and now they come back and lose to Bradley and Richmond, and then come back with a nice win on early this week. Yeah, get us out of here.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one at all. Okay, hey, the boys. Illinois State Redbirds going up against the Ball State Cardinals. Classic MVC versus MAC battle. The boys are at home, laying 5.5. I think I would have the Yonaroonies to lay the 5.5 because fucking Ball State has been bad, dude, and they've burned us a few damn times here on the road. I thought, they got to get right some point on the road. 0-3 straight up and against the number on the road. I don't think this line is big enough. I'd damn near take it up to 7.5, maybe even 8.5.
I think so too. If this is accurate, it says 99%. Well, so this is it's tough to deduct with some of these, colleges where like ours in Illinois and I think New Jersey's the same way where the in-state can't bet on it. If this is accurate, it says 99% of money is on Ball State. And that kind of makes sense because assholes like us can't hammer in, a shitload of money. Obviously, we wouldn't pour, our wallets out on the birds today, but you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you and I, you just said you would probably be laying. Yeah, we would get involved. And so I don't think you can really, buy too much into that 99%. As far as the spread, the one thing that I will say, I mean, our birds have been playing damn well, man. They just don't really, lay the hammer down. Like, they win these games and they win them by 5 to 10 points. They don't blow these teams out that they should. They hang in with some good teams. They just haven't really won convincingly. So that would be my only skepticism as far as the spread here today.
Okie dokie, artichoke. Well, 48 games remain, my friend, and I do actually have a play out of the very next one that we are covering. The UNT Mean Green against the Wichita State Shockers. Partner, any guesses? Oh, you've already seen it, haven't you?
I don't know.
Are
you on the green?
I certainly am. Okay. Taking all 3.5 points with UNT. I think, once again, theme of the day, Wichita State just being a little bit overvalued on their home floor. They are 5-1 straight up, but they're 1-5 against the numbers so far here in 2021, going into 2022. UNT is actually being extremely undervalued on the road. This is their first road game, so you could give me that argument. What are the Mean Green going to do on the road? But this is the Shockers' shortest favorite spot of their entire season so far on their home hardwood. So that sent off some alarms in my head. That makes no sense against UNT. What the hell's going on? So I dug deeper. Offense is pretty damn similar, if UNT maybe not a little bit better, but I believe this is going to be a classic defensive game where UNT holds some serious edges. 55.4 points per game allowed, 42.3% from the floor for opponents, 27.5% from beyond the arc, and 59th in ADE. Wichita State still a solid defense, but 61.3 points per game allowed, a little bit more, 39.6 from the floor, 27.7 from beyond the arc for opponents, and 33 in ADE. I really do not see this finishing by more than a bucket. 2, not even 3, 2. Seriously, this game is going to finish by 2 either way, and I honestly think the Mean Green might get the job done. It's also going to come down to hustle. It's going to come down to UNT winning the turnover battle, I believe. If anybody's coughing up the rock, it's going to be Wichita State. They're 210th on the offensive side of the ball in turnover percent. UNT inside the top 100, 94th in offensive turnover percent. If anybody's valuing their possessions today, it's going to be the Mean Green. And if anybody's going to pull away at the charity stripe, it's going to be the Mean Green too. 97th in free throw rate per KenPom, 158th for the Shockers. I think all of those things combined allowed the Mean Green to keep this game close. Wichita State, we've seen it already this year. They've just been overvalued. They're just not the same shocking team that they have been in the past. But you don't believe me, my friends. Simply believe the trends. UNT 9-1-1 ATS last 11 on the road, 5-1-1 ATS last 7 as a road puppy, 3-1-1 ATS last 5 Saturday games. Wichita 1-5 ATS their last 5 games played on Saturday, 1-5-1 ATS. That's right, I went this deep. Last 7 games played on their home hardwood on Saturday. Wichita State 1-7 ATS last 8 as a home favorite, and 2-8 ATS their last 10 games as a favorite overall. My friends, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see that this line is totally wrong. Go ahead, back the Mean Green with confidence at the +3.5.
You got me, dude. I am getting involved with you on this one. That is, I mean, especially if it was at North Texas, I would say, okay, maybe they're just, honoring that home court. But you're telling me, so I mean, typically what that means as far as home court advantage, typically it's like 2.5, 3 points towards whoever is the home team. So you're telling me this is almost a pick 'em? Give me a break, man. I'm getting involved with you on this one. I like this a lot.
Let's go. Yeah, this one jumped off the screen at me, man. I guess this is kind of a mid-major king play, so there you go. There you have it. UNT Mean Green +3.5. All right, let's keep it moving. Keep it grooving here. If my mouse wants to work. Okay. Former coach of the Dunk City, Florida Gulf Coast University Eagles? Seahawks? Sea Eagles? Something like that. I can't remember. Not a sea eagle. That's fucking stupid. No. Did you just really say that on live broadcast? Sea Eagles? Did you just? You fucking idiot. Okay. Former coach, Southern Cal, USC, coaches USC now against Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech actually getting 8.5 on a neutral court. Interests me, but it is going up. So I'm going to stay away from this one. I got no play. What say you?
I got no play. I like USC. I don't know about this one. I'm just kind of not sure about this one. I really like USC as a team, though, but we can keep it moving today.
For sure. Nothing set there. Utah at Mizzou. Mizzou getting 4 points on their home hardwood. If I'm going anywhere, I'm going to Utah, but they have yet to cover on the road. So going to stay away from this one. I think it might finish right at 4. So any play from you, partner?
No, sir. Double checking Florida Gulf Coast because it was driving me nuts. They are just the Eagles.
Just the Eagles. That's what I
just
thought.
The Eagles. Not the old Sea Eagles.
The Sea Eagles or the Seagulls or the fucking Sea Otters. None of that in between. Just the fucking Eagles. Okay. If this line wasn't so fucking big, I'd be fading them. Buffalo at Canisius or Canisius. I heard some broadcasters say it the other. Canisius. And I was like, so maybe it's Canisius and not Canisius. Canisius sounds better. Canisius. We're watching the Canisius Golden Griffins today. Well, Watson, pour me another brandy.
Yeah. That's what it sounds like. So maybe we do need to start calling it Canisius.
Canisius. Going up against Buffalo. Buffalo laying 14.5 on the road. I'm not interested in laying it. Fuck it. Next one up, Rider at Rutgers. Rutgers laying 16.5 on their home hardwood. They've been damn good, but 16.5 point good against Rider? I don't know. Rider deserving of getting all 16 and covering? I don't know. So I'm going to go ahead and stay right on away and sit on the bench for this one.
Yeah, I would lean towards Rider because even with Rutgers falling because they've already lost since Purdue by 14 to Seton Hall, though, I still feel like the public's gonna, in their eye, their perception of Rutgers is still inflated because of what they did to Purdue. So I'd be interested in Rider, but yeah, I'm staying away.
Partner, please tell me you have a play out of the next game. Please tell me, please. The Marist Foxes going up against the Boston Damn University Terriers.
Too many damn points, dude.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Boston U laying 6.5. If you watch the show, you know me and my partner. We absolutely love Boston U. We would hammer them 9 times out of 10 in this spot, but the line movement and just being a little too many points. Glad we both decided to stay away. Nothing for a little while here. A couple of no ATS games, and now we come upon a heated Big East matchup. The Providence Friars going up against the UConn Huskies. Partner, you got to play out of this matchup.
Yes, I do, my man. We are lining up on this one.
Let's fucking go! I was really hoping you wouldn't have the Yones to fade Ed Cooley and the boys. I'm going to sit back on this one. I'll fill in the blanks here or there, but tell those kind folks out there why we're taking the Providence Friars plus 6.5.
You already said it, dude. I have absolutely zero interest in fading Providence and Ed Cooley until the wheels fall off, my man. I think the defense of Providence is going to be able to neutralize whatever UConn can do on offense. And I think it's a handful of too many points. The line is moving in the wrong direction for us, partner, I will say. But kind of what I was going to mention here in a second, there's 2 or 3 lines that keep moving like that. That Gonzaga's is the same one. I'm not saying these are guaranteed wins for us necessarily, but they have to honor that movement, and it's a situation where they're still going to get the majority of money on that favorite side, even if they move it up a point or two. So there's really no reason that they shouldn't do that, unless it's a giant stinking trap, which definitely, not necessarily a giant stinking trap, but I still like the Providence Flyers, man. I think they have enough offense. They're playing so well this year, and I think they can absolutely hang with UConn and keep it close, my man. I lost my trends here. Give me 1 second. If you got them, lay them down. But I did have one big one here. Friars 6-0 ATS, last 6 following an ATS loss, which they did 5-0 last 5 as an underdog. They just keep being undervalued, and UConn, honestly, a little overvalued. They're coming off of a nice win over St. Bonnie's. That was just a perfect matchup for UConn to beat them. I think it was a 10-point win for UConn, so it's a little inflated. But what did you just say at the top of the show, partner? The Bonnies got absolutely smoked. Clapped. And I think they might be a little bit of a funk, and I think they were a little bit last week as well. So I mean, you tell me. I'm sure you might agree with me. Providence could and might even win this game. I'm surprised. I mean, my main concern is that I'm a little surprised that it isn't closer to 3.5, 4. That is my main concern. But I think people are just in love with UConn, and rightfully so. I like UConn too. But in this spot, in a Big East matchup, I think it's going to be close and scrappy. No.
Send the son of a bitch up to 20. I don't give a damn. I think Providence win this game outright. Extremely undervalued. That's the name of my game here today. Just because of the brand name of UConn, and this is on the road, it has not mattered for Ed Cooley or anybody on that entire Providence roster.
I've probably been on. Sorry to cut you off again, but I've probably been on this opposite side. Oh, look at this line moving against Providence. And then probably Ed Cooley comes in and smacks me in the mouth.
Yep, time and time again. They've covered 5 out of their last 7, 1-0 straight up and against the number on the road. I just think UConn's being overvalued here. There's one key thing I found. Experience is what I think this comes down to. I think it's going to be a lot tighter of a game than anybody's expecting. Providence, 11th in experience per KenPom, and UConn's only 148th. So outside the top 100 there, inside the top 10 almost for Providence. Something to think about. You mentioned it, the 6-0 ATS, last 6 following an ATS loss. Your other trend, them being a dog, 5-0. Continue to be undervalued. They're also 4-1 ATS, last 5 Saturday games, and 7-1 ATS, last 8 versus 18 with a winning straight-up record. Not to mention UConn on the flip side of that ATS loss or ATS win coin. They're 0-5 ATS, their last 5 following an ATS loss. So I'm all over with you, man. I'm glad you decided to come in the boat. I was really hoping we weren't going to be opposing on this one. Ed Cooley and the Friars get it done again outright, but give us every fucking point they're willing to lay out. The Providence Friars, we caught them at 6.5. You see it in the ticker, but fine with it up to 9.5. If it wants to go all the way up to 10, who cares?
Yep, most definitely, dude.
Okie dokie. We are 47 minutes past the top of the 9 o'clock hour. Been going on the show here for about an hour and 17. Let's keep it moving, keep it grooving, partner. Set up and a half, set up and a half, set up and a half, set up and a half. If I had the fucking Yones to hammer in the UAB Blazers, I would, but I will never, ever, 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 ever fade Bobby H in a matchup against a low mid-major team. West Virginia opened as the 4-point underdog on the road. No neutral court, on the road to UAB. UAB has been sneaky as hell on their home hardwood, and this is West Virginia's first road game. I wanted West Virginia so bad, but this screams set up left, right, and center. There is no reason they need to be a dog. Dropping down to 2.5. Everybody, we got to run to West Virginia. Let's throw money. Is a setup and a half. I'm not buying it. I think UAB takes care of the Mountaineers, but I said at the top, I cannot fade Bobby H.
No.
Bobby H.
Bobby I'm H. With you 100%. We can keep it moving because I am, you said exactly my thoughts, man. I got nothing on this one. I actually didn't see it, but as you laid it out, that would have been my exact thought process.
100%, dude. Next one up. I don't have one out of this. I'm kind of pissed off at myself. I really want to. It's not until 4:30, so maybe it's a write or down. We'll have her later. UNC against Kentucky. Neutral court in Vegas. UNC comes in as the 3-point dog, away team de facto. I'm not going to lie. I wanted them on the money line. I think
you wanted UNC, huh?
I think they are those fucking guys. I really think they are. I think they are being undervalued. I think the whole not help me out with coach that just retired. UNC.
Oh, Roy Williams.
Roy Williams. Thank you, sir. I think the whole what's the word? The whole
transition.
Yeah, that too. But like the whole, gosh, it's right on the tip of my tongue, and I just keep scrolling by it in the Rolodex of my brain right now. It's fucking pissing me off. Holy shit! But just like the whole, what everybody, the media is saying that Roy Williams, this whole transition from Roy Williams to the new coach, they ain't worth a fucking shit. Whatever. I'm not buying it. I think UNC is fucking solid. I'm not saying that just because they burned me against Furman this week. I don't care about any of that. UNC is a damn good team. I watched that entire game, and they look fucking good. That's where I'd lean. I'd take them on the money line. I'd say forget the points. But any thoughts from you on that side?
I was more of a toss-up on this one. I like, as far as the narrative you're talking about, as far as the perception, I do kind of agree with that. That being said, Kentucky could be in a bounce-back spot. They lost to Notre Dame last week. I had Notre Dame. That's just an interesting matchup. Last couple of years, Notre Dame's caught them at Notre Dame. And here on a neutral floor, I don't really know what to expect. I'm going to be watching this one as a fan, I think. Maybe I'll get in the boat with something. The line, I believe it was 2.5 this morning. 66% of money coming in on Kentucky, moving up to 3.5. I'm honest. I don't want to lay those points with Kentucky. I'm interested in Kentucky, but like you said, it's too many points, and I'm interested in both sides. I'm going back and forth in my brain, honestly.
Yeah, we're pretty much on the exact same thought track, so we will stay far away from UNC and UK. No spread set for a little bit here, and then we got South Carolina at Clemson. Brave enough to lay the 8.5 at home with Clemson. Glad to see you, partner. California Baptist going to go in and keep it within 27 points against the Arizona Wildcats.
Who knows?
No idea. Arizona Wildcats going to whoop their ass by 28 points. Yeah, I don't know. Probably, though. St. Pete's Peacocks against the Stony Brook Stoners. The
Sea Wolves. Hey, man. Hey. Sea Wolves. Sea Eagles. Sea Wolves. Stony Brook Sea Wolves.
I like the Stoners better. But Sea Wolves fucking ties it all together. I love it. Was interested in St. Pete's +4. They've kind of hit a skid since looking like they were going to be a hot team early on in the year. And once I looked into it, I was like, ooh, yeah, never mind. Not the same St. Pete's team, so we're staying away from the Peacocks. Ooh, partner, I wanted to play so bad in this one. I can't even explain it to you, but we're going to the next matchup. The Dayton Flyers against the Ole Miss Rebs. He's got to play. If I was a betting man, I'm saying he's brave enough to lay it at home, but we will sit back and listen. Fuck, this is where I wanted to go. Please tell me, please tell me. Partner, what'd you pick out of this play?
Partner, I am taking the Dayton Flyers plus the 3 on the road.
You can stop. I'm in. You can stop.
You're in. I don't think Ole Miss is as bad as we originally thought this. Earlier on in the season, we thought they were going to be a dumpster fire. Not saying they're in that. Now they bounce back. They had the win against Memphis when Memphis was in a big old funk. And I'm not really buying the full train of Mississippi. I think Dayton's a solid team as well. We were together this past Sunday watching Dayton against Virginia Tech. Their defense is really, really solid. And I think that's what we see today. Partner, on yesterday's Daily Show, I talked about a team that had a really slow tempo that was going to be a big advantage for them. And I think that's the same situation here. Dayton is 331 in the country in tempo. And I think they're going to make it a really slow, grindy out game. The total's down at 124, 125.5. That low total makes me think it's going to be a really close game. And like I said, I think it's going to be defense. I think Dayton's going to slow that pace down. I think they get it done outright. Love the extra 3 points back in, though.
57-52 Dayton victory is what I had projected, but I couldn't get myself into the damn boat. I thought I was being too much of a homer because not you, not we, got kicked square in the fucking teeth against these Dayton Flyers, against, you mentioned it, the Virginia Tech Hokies. I'm in love with the Hokies.
And hey,
faded them yesterday. And
Virginia Tech looked amazing last night.
Yeah, I don't give a damn because I don't know now what the fuck the Virginia Tech Hokies are or what the fuck the St. Bonaventure Bonnies are. All that game did was confuse things even more. Yeah. A 40 fucking point loss, all that did was just make everything more fucking confusing. So, Dayton, I do believe, though, are those guys, pal. And I'm already with you. It's already locked in. It's already tracked. Give my partner and me the Dayton Flyers plus 3.5.
Last thing I was interested to see because I haven't, I've been starting to see Dayton a little bit more or track Dayton a little bit more the last couple of weeks. This morning, 92nd ranking on KenPom compared to 94th for Ole Miss. So Dayton actually has a couple rankings edge. Obviously, that's not my main deduction. I made the pick and then found that, and I was like, oh, look at this. I thought they were going to be, at least a little bit lower than that. But hey, actually getting the respect from KenPom. So I like the Flyers, man.
Show enough. All right, let's keep it moving. Neutral court game, number 20 ranked. I guess they've just been kind of flying under the radar because they've been such big favorites. I'm about to say Louisiana State. LSU Tigers. Go Tigers. Right. It's always funny when I see it. I say Louisiana State. I'm like, LSU. Are going up against La Tech. So this could be something you'd be a little easy with laying the 11.5. But LSU's just been such a big damn favorite that we haven't been able to back them like we could last year. And they were so fun to watch. I've just kind of been tapped out. I didn't realize they were 10-0, 9-1 against the number. I had no idea, to be honest with you.
I'm like you said, we haven't been able to back them too much, or at least we haven't dove too deep into them. But the last couple of years, I've really liked LSU. They're definitely going to be finding their way into my bet slip come SEC play. Yeah. I'll stay away against today, but they're a wagon, man. They're a really good team. They're a dark horse, not only for the SEC, but for the entire country, man.
I agree. Have this look on my face, partner, because I'm thinking. I ain't looked. I ain't knowing, but I'm thinking that you got to play out of this next game. Neutral court matchup, 13th ranked Houston Cougars against the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Apparently you do not have a play out of this matchup. I would lean towards Houston. I figured you would be all the way in the boat on Houston. I know you're a big Houston guy. This did seem just like a little bit too many points to lay.
Too many.
And I'm glad I didn't jump in because for some reason my brain clicked off the bat that Oklahoma State was Oregon State. Still bad, just not as bad. So I'm glad I didn't go there. If I'm leaning anywhere, I'm okay laying the 9 with Houston. But it being on a neutral court, who knows exactly what happens there. So I'd say stay away.
Right. I mean, I mostly agree with you. I don't. That's another team as far as Oklahoma State. I think they're bad, but I don't know for sure. And whenever they play a competent team, I mean, they've taken care of these mid-major teams that they should beat, and then they lose to these teams like Houston or anywhere, even in the ballpark of the top 50 teams in the country, they lose to straight up. So I think Houston handles business, but as far as the spread, I don't know, man.
Me neither. Okay. 24 games remaining. 24 games remaining. I know you guys love hanging out with us, but we come to the final quarter. The fourth and final quarter, the last 10 minutes of the second half. If you are in a college basketball game, not literally 10 minutes. We're probably still going to be here for a little while, so you better fucking strap in. But we're getting towards the end of it. Next game up on tap. Biscuits and mustard. Fan of Sling Blade? No? No Sling Blade fans out there?
Straight over my head, dude.
You're just a boy. You had no talk like that.
You gave me you looked at me like I'm a fool for mentioning a Spider-Man reference on the day the biggest movie of 2021 year comes out.
Spider-Man, and not even on the same wavelength as Sling Blade. Sling Blade is a Billy Bob Thornton classic. 80s classic. I'm telling you, you go watch Sling Blade, blows anything Spider-Man could ever do in the BS CGI nowadays. Oh, I'm telling you. I know I'm ruffling a lot of feathers out there, but I can't get in the boat with. I'm not saying it's for kids, but I just can't get my mind into it. I don't know. I've tried. I just can't do it. And I know all of you guys and all of our buddies fucking love Marvel and this and fucking Paramount Plus and fucking Disney Plus, and all you guys do is talk about all that when I'm around. See, he's exiting the screen. He knows. I'm the only one in the entire fucking friend group who doesn't get into it, and I always get looked at like I got a fucking horn growing out of my forehead. But hey, is what it is. Look at us going into rabbit holes as per usual. I thought that was only a TTO pod thing.
I guess not.
It must be a COJOC thing too. All right, next game up. Let's get back to basketball. Southern Utah against Michigan. I was extremely interested in hammering in Southern Utah plus 14.5. Still might, because this bad boy doesn't tip until 6 in the evening, Central Standard Time. Michigan has been scuffling. Southern Utah's
a solid team, man.
Michigan has been scuffling, and Southern Utah is a damn solid team. Both teams 1-4 against the number, home and away, respectively. I wanted Southern Utah so bad, but I got to stay away, man.
Michigan's been goofy as hell, man. When they are on, they are one of the best 10 teams. They're worthy of that ranking. Yeah. Sometimes they come out and lay a stinker. What I will say is when they do lay a stinker so far this year, they bounce back and put the damn hammer down and look like that top 10 team. So I do not want to get in the way of that train because they just lost to Minnesota, one of the bottom teams of the Big Ten, by 10 at home. I don't want to get into the I think Michigan is just going to be a massive bounce-back team, and I don't want to get in front of this train.
No, I agree with you as well. So it could fall either way. Utah could cover. Michigan could all of a sudden reattain the Fab vibe under Juwan Howard. So we'll stay out of the way of that one. Shout out Tony Sparks if you're watching live or you were tuning in later, my man. You and your Michigan Wolverines. Appreciate you and your support, brother, man. Keeping it moving, keeping it grooving. Kennesaw State at Samford. Nothing from that game for me. Ooh, actually got something on the next one. George Mason against Georgia. And, my friends, you might be right off the bat saying, Georgia Bulldogs at home as -2 favorites? How easy could the books possibly make this? I mean, do they just want to give away their money today? That's what I think exactly they want you to think, my friends. And this is actually my favorite play of the entire day of my entire card. If you don't like anything else that you've heard me say today, hammer this son of a bitch in now. George Mason +2 is what we are taking. Couple of key reasons. George Mason being extremely undervalued, away from home, away on the road. They have covered 6 out of their last 10. Georgia being extremely overvalued at home and just in general because of their brand name. They've only covered 4 out of their last 10, 2, 3, and 1 against the number at home. Overall rankings, my friends, I looked deeper. I had to knock the sleep 5 times out of my eyes this morning because I could not believe I was seeing it. George Mason ranks 148th per KenPom. Georgia 158th per KenPom. 10 spots just better.
Overall ratings?
Yeah, overall ratings. Just overall ratings. 10 spots worse for the Bulldogs and a much SEC against the Colonial. Are you kidding me? And the Colonial team is better? I couldn't believe it. They're 161st in AOE, 160th in ADE. That's George Mason. Georgia, 156th in AOE, but 182nd in ADE. They're damn evenly matched, my friends, more than you would like to believe this year. And I think that George Mason gets the job done outright. But I'll take the extra 2 backing. There are 2 more things that I got to mention. And that's hustle stats, my friends. Turnovers. George Mason, 195th on the offensive side, 174th on the defensive side. Georgia, this is not wrong. Again, I knocked the sleep out of my eyes, I promise. 268th in offensive turnover percent per KenPom, 271st defensively. Rebounds, it's even worse. George Mason, 151st on the offensive glass, 9th on the defensive glass per KenPom. Georgia, 199th on the offensive glass, outside of the top 200 at 217th on the defensive glass. I couldn't believe it. I think George Mason is going to out-hustle the Bulldogs all day. I think you are going to be sorely, sorely, sorely upset if you decide to lay the points with the Bulldogs at home. And I think that this is maybe quite possibly the setup line of the day. But if you don't believe me, just believe a couple key trends. Georgia, 1-5-1 ATS last 7 as a favorite, 2-6-1 ATS last 9 home games, 1-4 ATS last 5 versus a team with a losing road record, and 2-4 ATS last 6 games played on Saturday. The George Mason Colonials, 5-2 ATS last 7 Patriots, can't disrespect them, 5-2 ATS last 7 following an ATS win. Call me crazy, call me wild, whatever you want. Just don't decide to fade me in this spot. I love the George Mason Patriots. +2, probably my damn best college basketball bet of the day.
I'm in, man. You got me into this one. We both knew that Georgia was that bad, but when you really lay it out, man, rebounding especially. Oh my gosh, I'm all the way in. I'm all the way
insane. Yeah, and if you're gonna give me a dog with and You know how I bet. Hustle stats matter so much to me. Hustle stats matter so much to me. And I've proven it. There's been a couple of teams over the last week that I decided, they're not very good again the rebounding. They're not very good in the turnover. But they should get this done. Their tempo. I'm telling you, hustle stats matter. And appreciate you, partner. I'm glad you're in the boat with me. Love this play. Let's get it to the damn window. Okay, keep it steaming, keep it moving, keep it growing. Northern Kentucky Norse at the Eastern Kentucky Colonials, the Colonels, I think, actual Colonels. Any interest in laying the 5.5 with the Colonels at home?
Got nothing on this one.
Me either. Next one up, San Francisco Dons against the Grand Canyon Antelopes. Partner, anything from you in this matchup?
No, I am interested in this game, though. You got something?
Damn, I was really hoping you would. Because I do, my friend. I gotta play.
You might be able to talk me into this one. Somehow I glanced past. I know these teams decently well, man.
You might be mad that you glance. You might be mad that you what you find out a couple of things I'm about to tell you. We're taking the Grand Canyon Lopes. Plus 5.5 is what I caught them at. Plus 5. Cool with whatever movement, honestly, here. They might get the outright victory. I'm not entirely sure what all will happen. But what I do know is that the Dons have not played well on the road whatsoever. Well, they haven't played on the road whatsoever. This is a neutral court game, but damn near every single one of their games, I'm going back just to double check here, they've only played 2 neutral court games, failed to cover both of those games. The rest of them had been played on their home hardwood. I don't know really what more I need to say there, but I'll keep going a little bit if you want me to. I mean, Grand Canyon, they've been solid. You've seen us back them here on this show. When they're getting points, when they are a dog, you have to back them. You'll see a couple of failed covers recently, but it's because 14.5-point favorite, 12.5-point favorite. I'm not worried about it in this spot. With them being a dog, I'm all over it here, my friends. A couple of key trends found here in this one as well as to why I am backing the Lopes to at least keep this game close with the Dons here today. The Dons, 10-27-2 in their last 39 Saturday games, 1-4 ATS their last 5 neutral site games as a favorite, and 1-5 ATS overall their last 6 games as a favorite in general. The Antelopes, 4-0 ATS last 4 as a neutral site dog, 5-0 ATS last 5 neutral games in general, 5-1 ATS last 6 Saturday games, and 7-1 ATS their last 8 as a pooch. I love the Lopes, dude. They've been kind of our mid-major darling for a while. I love them against the Dons. I think the Dons are being overvalued. They haven't covered both times they played on a neutral court. Being overvalued because every single one of their damn games have been played on their home hardwood. I'm not buying it. Give me the Lopes.
I like it, man. You got me interested. I mean, like I said, I like both of these teams a lot. I think it's more of a coin flip, like you basically laid it out for us, and I could see Grand Canyon giving the win, but if you're telling me, or if I'm telling myself that I think it's a coin flip as far as straight up, and you're giving me 5.5 as opposed to 2.5, 3, 4, or something like that, give me the 5.5, dude.
Are you fucking serious? That's what I thought as well. It was the first thought that came across my brain this morning, so I was like, yep, got to take them 150%. So there you go, there you have it. Wow, this is bizarre to see, but after that Grand Canyon game tips off at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, we will be sweating the New England Patriots against the Indianapolis Colts at 7:20 p.m. Central Standard Time. Okay, let's keep it moving, keep it grooving. I've got 2 plays remaining on my card today. You got 4. Holy shiitake
I'll make
mushrooms.
It quick.
Okay, no problem. No harm, no foul. Next one up on tap. I think you might have one out of this one. BYU at Weber State.
Okay.
I would figure you maybe would have been on the BYU fade train. Backed me with Weber at plus the 2.5. They got absolutely crushed against Utah State. Plus 5.5 now. I think it's worth going up. They are my Big Sky darlings, man, but I can't get down with them against BYU. BYU's been pretty fucking solid too. So stay away from that one. Maybe this one. I think this one actually. Texas A&M against Oregon State Beavers. If I was a betting man, I'd be saying you're all over the Ags. But partner, let me know what you're doing, Ag.
My man, I am a little concerned about this one. I will fully admit, but if Oregon State is as bad as we think, I am absolutely hammering in Texas A&M. However,
those Texas A&M gig 'em Aggies, let them have it there. Oh, Aggies. If you hadn't seen that fucking video.
I have not. I had no idea.
Fucking hilarious, dude. It was during football season. That fucking Texas A&M. He's like, happy birthday, Tyler. Let's go, Aggies!
Maybe I have then, okay.
Big old marching band. Like, just saying random fucking shit.
Nonetheless, this one is at Oregon State. This is a actual road game here for A&M. I really like A&M, and Oregon State has been brutal. You already mentioned them earlier in the show, partner, but why is this only at 3? I caught it at 4.5. It's already down to 3, man.
Yeah, it's A&M's first home road game, I believe.
But Oregon State is really bad.
I know. They haven't covered at home. I know. Please
proceed
continue.
with caution, people. If you agree that Oregon State is as bad as they are,
they are.
It's head scratching that this line is close because I really like Texas A&M. They're coming off of their last game was last Saturday that lost to Texas TCU, Texas Christian. I think they're in a good bounce back spot, man, and I really like this team. They've bounced back well. They've only got 2 straight up losses. They bounced back well after that first one, rattled off 3 nice wins against Butler, Notre Dame, and then a scrappy little mid-major team, New Orleans. You like them, partner. So.
Shout out the Pioneers.
Proceed with caution again. Oregon State is 1-9 straight up, losing to bad mid-major teams, man. I'm nervous about this spread. I have to be honest. Unless it's just some big, weird, goofy, weird reverse trap. Because now I'm seeing majority of money's on Oregon State. Like maybe this is some goofy-ass weird trap. I don't know. What are your thoughts here?
When did you hammer this in?
So this was one of my final ads this morning.
Okay, this was this morning. So last night, it was on my leans list at -3. So it was at -3 last night.
So back down, yeah.
So I think this is just a classic case of it going up, a little fugazi back down with a ass load of money being thrown at Oregon State. I think that movement is also because this is A&M's first road game. I can't blame you. But also this was on a severe side of my lean. Actually, shit, TAMU -4. Never mind. So it has dropped down. Yeah, Oregon State's just that bad, dude. But yeah, proceed with caution if you guys want it. But yeah, Oregon State, I just think they're that bad, man. They're not the same team, and I think Texas A&M should handle business in this spot. But
they're outside of the top 300 on offensive points per game, 266 points allowed. I mean, that's obviously not the main metrics, but
we're forgetting one key thing. This is gambling, baby. That is the only thing we're forgetting, and we're gambling, guys. And so proceed with caution, my friends. Nothing of any value next few games here. Central Arc, Missouri State, Stephen F. Austin, Kansas, Hofstra, Arkansas, SEMO, Pepperdine, Chattanooga, Murray State. Partner, I wanted to take the fucking Mocs plus a 3.5. Didn't do it. Up to 4.5 now. I think the Racers boat raced them, but I digress from that game. Jacksonville State, number 8, Alabama. Ooh, here we go. I think you're going to have a play out of this one. I do not. I hope you do, because I would love to back you, partner. Number 14 ranked Auburn Tigers. Go Tigers. Damn. Against the St. Louis Billikens. I wanted the Billikens plus 6. Looks like they're down to 5.5 at market consensus right now. So they would most likely be the right side to play. Only one game for Auburn on the road so far. They did win it, but they failed to cover around a similar number, I do believe. So I think much like the Providence Friars, I think that we're going to have to stop skipping out on the opportunities to back the Billikens, because I look at this again, and I'm kind of pissed off at myself that I didn't have a play. It's at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time tip, so we got some time to think about it. I don't want to dish out a play, but folks, if I'm leaning anywhere, I am leaning hard towards the Billikens. I mean hard, but partner, I think I could almost take the words out of your mouth. We've watched a few Auburn games this year, and
I really like Auburn.
They've been fucking good.
But just in general, man.
They've been good. Oh, they are so good, and that's what I just don't know which way this goes. Is it an Auburn blowout?
Man.
Yeah. Is it an Auburn blowout where SLU sneaks in the back door? Is it Auburn blowout where SLU can never get it done, or does SLU come out and smack the Tigers in the mouth? That's the 3 ways I see it going, but I don't know. I don't know. So I'm going to stay away. We're going to keep it out of this one. All right, next one. Maybe he's on the Aggie fade train of the other Aggie variety. Utah State going up against the Iowa Hawkeyes, and he certainly is, my friends. This game on a neutral court. Iowa, the de facto home team, laying now 6 points from a line of open at 4. Current total at 153. Partner, what say you?
My man, who the hell would I be if I didn't have any Big Ten action on a damn Saturday slate of college basketball or college football?
Yeah.
Cheers to that. I am laying the points with the Hawkeyes, man. This one is on a neutral floor. It's not popping up right in front of me. It's in either North Dakota or South Dakota. I don't know what event this is. That's a bizarre location for these teams.
That's weird.
Kind of meeting in the middle, I guess. But nonetheless, moving it up to looks like 5.5, 6.5. So I like that movement, man. I am a big believer in Iowa this year. They are in a huge bounce back spot after 3 really, really tough games, a really close, hard-fought game, losing at Purdue but covering the 15.5, losing at home to a solid Illinois team by 4, and then they get the pants beat off of them by their little brother, Iowa State. They are pissed the hell off, man. Yeah. They are so pissed off, and they need a big win, and I think this offense is going to do it. Their tempo is high-flying. When their shooters are on, they might put up 100, and I think we might see that today. Maybe not 100, but I think Iowa beats the pants off of them. Their offense is so damn good. And if you're giving me a bounce back spot and only 5 points and it's moving up in my favor, or, as far as Iowa's favor, I'm backing the Hawkeyes for my Big Ten action of the day, partner. -5 Iowa Hawkeyes.
I'm with you, partner. Did you end up hammering the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers with me?
I did.
Well, we're on the board 7-0 first, baby, as the dogs in the matchup. So let's keep it fucking rolling, Toppers. But partner, I love your 6.5. I love it here with the Hawkeyes. I think this being on neutral court doesn't matter either way. I think they absolutely roll here today. This was on my list of leans against Utah State. Glad you did it because much like Texas A&M, I think I'm going to back you on this one as well. Okay. Does that do it for you? You got any more left? You got
2 more,
left?
dude.
Okay. I actually have 2 as well, so I'm very interested to see where you go. Because there's some really interesting games here to close shit out.
I think we got one lining up that we are.
I'm guessing, I'm thinking there's a spot where we'll be lining up. Next one up, Portland State, CSU. Oh, let's fucking go, dude. CSU Northridge against Portland State.
Not that one.
No, I know. Yeah, nothing here. I was going to lean CSU Northridge. The Matadors, I believe they are. They should be solid. They're solid from time to time, but especially against really bad teams like Portland State.
This is a weird one.
They've just killed me so many times. Portland State good against the number on the road. Matadors bad against the number at home.
Coin flip would be a good money line dice roll if it was our daily show.
Ooh, hell of a call there, partner. Next one up, we got to play out of it. You better get your coffee ready and your nitroglycerin pills because it might get a little wild, but we're going to the matchup between the Seattle Redhawks and the Washington University Huskies. Huskies, laying a measly 4.5 at home. Total opened at 143.5, now down to 142.5. Oh my gosh, are we going to see a shootout, partner? What are we taking in this matchup?
Give us the Seattle Redhawks plus the 4.5. Did you catch it at 4.5?
Caught it at 4.5.
4.5. I mean, you already nailed it as far as why is this line so short. It's because the Seattle Redhawks are a really solid mid-major team, man, and Washington is one of the lesser teams out of the Pac-12. We've mentioned it, partner. The Pac-12 is extremely top-heavy with those top 3 teams being ranked teams and then the rest of the Pac being pretty stinky so far, and I think that's what we got here. I actually was unsure. I didn't have time to check. Both these teams play in the Seattle area, and this game is obviously in Seattle. I don't know if it's at Washington's home court or if this is a neutral site game, but nonetheless, it's obviously Seattle U versus Washington U, who plays in Seattle. So this is a big one, man. It's going to be tight. Go ahead if you got anything else.
Already said it on this show. Actually, I don't mean to go back to this and dig up old bones, but, in-state rivalry. Always smart to take the dog, but who the fuck am I? What do I know? It's in the tickers. It's there for you. A couple of key things for me, my friends. Overvalued, undervalued. Theme of the day. Washington overvalued has only covered 3 out of their last 10. You mentioned the Seattle Redhawks wagon that's going on right now. Covered 7 out of their last 10. But you didn't think that I would come to this here pod without any trends, did you? Well, think again if you did, because here they come. The Redhawks, 5-2 ATS last 7 Saturday games. 5-2 ATS last 7 following an ATS win. 7-1 ATS their last 8 following a straight-up win of 20+. Washington, not so good here in this spot. They are 3-13. Their last 16 ATS as a favorite. 1-5 ATS their last 6 home games. And if you combine those two, they're 0-5 ATS their last 5 as a home favorite. Can you say overvalued on the home hardwood? I certainly can, and I know he can too. Hammer it in with us. Pop in your nitroglycerin pills at the same time. Seattle Redhawks plus 4.5.
Okay. I love it, man. And I think,
too.
This is the best Seattle team that they have seen in a long time. This is the worst Washington they've seen in a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Washington's kind of owned this rivalry straight up. I wouldn't be surprised if the Red Hawks get this one done outright either, dude.
Oh, child, please. You better believe it. Okay, next one up. Here we go. Typically a game I would play in, but only wanted one more late night slate and didn't feel like diving too deep into this one. San Diego USD Vaqueros going up against, the Vaqueros are the UTRGV.
Yeah.
What the fuck are these guys? Now that's really gonna bug me.
2 seconds and I'll tell you.
I don't know. They are the Toreros, not the Vaqueros, the Toreros. Going up against
Toreros.
The Toreros. Yeah, that's for you Midwesterners, the Toreros. Next, going up against the Northern. Sometimes I crack myself up. Oh, fuck. Against the Northern Arizona Lumberjacks. Lumberjacks bad. Toreros good. Why is this line so short?
Wheels kind of fell off for San Diego lately.
It kind of has. Maybe worth the 2.5 with the Lumberjacks being on their home hardwood, but again, I don't think you're going to see this one popping up. Maybe 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, Mid-Major King needs a little extra action, but I think I doubt it because we got to play in the next matchup, and this is the marquee matchup of the night, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. We have a Big 12 wagon going up against what used to be a Pac-12 wagon. Now, I have some concerns. Got a little bit of weird line movement. I think it's going to be all right, though. I think it's ticking in the right direction now. We're going to the matchup between the number 1 Baylor Bears at the Oregon Ducks. And my friends, we ain't messing around. We ain't questioning it. We don't even need to discuss it hardly at all. Baylor's rolling, and we're hammering in the 7.5. I caught it at 8, down to 7.5, some spots, whatever the case might be. I'm fine with it at any number. The only reason why this line is moving in that direction is because Oregon just took care of the Portland Pilots. Oh, no. I told you on yesterday's show that the fucking plane has crashed right into the side of the mountain. The pilots are dead. It is over with. We are not backing them for the foreseeable future. Do not believe the overvaluation on the Oregon Ducks just because they're on their home hardwood. I'm not buying it. They're getting steamrolled today. It is no less than a double-digit victory for the Baylor Bears. Couple of key trends before I kick it over to you, partner. As per usual, Bears 4-0 ATS last 4 Saturday games, 6-1-1 ATS their last 8 games as a favorite, undervalued in the favorite spot if you ask me. 6-2-1 ATS their last 9 as a road favorite. Oregon 0-4 ATS last 4 following an ATS win. Can you say letdown spot in an overvalued spot? 0-4 ATS last 4 following a straight-up win. 3-7 ATS their last 10 home games. And 0-5 ATS their last 5 games following a straight-up win of 20+. I say phooey. I say the Ducks are extremely overvalued. Partner, what say you?
I have not too much to add on this one, partner, because you nailed it. I am in love with this Baylor defense, man. And I, much like you, this Oregon team has been ugly to start the season. I actually think there's a world in which they could get things on the track. But I even believe that Baylor, who is playing, maybe they'll continue to improve. Maybe they'll improve beyond this, but they're playing about as well as they can play right now. I think even Oregon, at their best, isn't worth a +8, +7 sprinkle on this side, man, because I think Baylor is that good. They are deserving of the number 1 ranking in the country right now. I do not think that is fishy at all. I don't think we're going to see another situation where we have just week by week a different number 1 team. I think this Baylor team is going to hold on to it for a while and in convincing fashion. As much as I like that Oregon home court, man, I'm a big fan of it. It was our cover for the day, but give us the Bears on the road to go into Eugene and take care of business by double digits. Like you said, dude, that defense is way too good to fade.
Oh, sick 'em Bears. Let's go, baby. I'm with it all day of the week and twice on Sunday. All right, let's wrap it up, dude. We got a couple more games here left. No plays left from us, but maybe a little bit to banter about. Loyola Marymount at Nevada. Nevada laying 6 at home. Was interested in taking the points with Loyola Marymount. They're a sneaky team, but a couple key statistical numbers that kept me away from this one. Talk to me about 2 weeks.
Sure.
You might see the old Lions on my card. I was really looking forward to it, man. Iona at Seton Hall. That was going to be a fucking scrap and a half. It looks like they couldn't find a last-minute opponent for Rick Pitino's boys, so that one's going to be completely off in general. So that one fucking sucks.
I don't think – because, I mean, there was a few other, like, power teams, like big-name teams that had some cancellations that were free. I don't think any of those teams want to go up against Rick Pitino's boys right now, dude. I don't think so.
I don't think so either, my friend. They are really they're really starting to clip along for sure. And then Evansville, UT Martin, that got postponed. Didn't really matter anything anyway. And then Lehigh and Syracuse postponed as well. But so what? Who cares? So there you go. There you have it. We do, or continue to hold, rather, the 7-0 lead with the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers against the App State Mountaineers. So I hope
Bailey Zappi touchdown to start the day already.
Beautiful.
I think he's getting that damn record today, dude.
I think he is too. Hope you tuned in early. Hope you hammered in that play. Hope you are looking in the ticker right now and getting all the additional plays written out. Partner, once it comes around, just double check yours just to make sure I didn't miss anything. I got everything in there. I'm pretty sure. But one final time. So, my friends, couple little updates while old partner's his blind ass is making sure it's in there. I totally just put him at a fucking handicap. Totally fucking forgot I did that. EMU versus Liberty over 57.
Oh no, I got it. Don't worry.
You're good there. Well, we got to get through Colts plays. Get the fuck out of the way. Come on.
I don't know if you got all yours. I'm looking at mine.
I did. I that's what I was doing when you were closing out there. I was talking them, but I'm pretty sure. So Tennessee, Texas Tech, Providence, Dayton, TAMU, Iowa minus the 6, Seattle plus the 4.5, and Baylor minus the 8. Yeah, that's everything. You didn't have anything. Right. Yeah, you didn't have anything extra. I'm pretty sure. All right, everything's good to go.
Way too hard there.
They will continue to roll in the ticker until we officially close out the show in about 5 minutes or so from now. You know us. We can't ever stick to time at this fucking show. Always take the over. But about to go get my license updated, partner.
Yes, sir, you are.
My old ass turned 26 years old, so got to go fucking take the old blind vision test. Speaking of you, hopefully I don't have to fucking go get glasses or some shit.
Dude.
Oh, no.
I got errands I should probably run, not a necessity. And this cold weather's making me like a lot of basketball and football going on. It's like
I'm gonna set the
plus
odds
120. Yeah.
I mean, I'm even more maybe minus 155 that ass is staying firmly planted on that fucking couch. Yeah, we're talking a little plus 138 for him to get back out in
Yesterday
there.
Was like, because I got like some goofy, like we do gag gifts every year that I haven't really done. Got to go to some obscure places. And yesterday was like minus 150. I'm doing that after the show tomorrow. Now it's like... The public was buying into the underdog, sitting his ass at home, and
So this
getting in my own head about
so this is not, to use your word, goofy line movement, is it? This is pretty tried and true. The public are seeing the lines pretty well here today with old Mr. Magnuson and his ass planted on the couch. Yeah, right.
There's some productive stuff.
Go sweep your porch. Go sweep your porch. Do something.
Something like that.
All right, there you go. There you have it. Hey, speaking of bets, speaking of what's going on, cashing some tickets. UFC blog dropped 7 a.m. Central Standard Time this morning.
Nice. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it dropped. I'll post it on Twitter as soon as we get off of here. Do my usual schnaz. But I got 3 money line plays. If you can't tell by the fucking cover photo, you're not tapped into the world at all. Who one of my plays is? It's fucking sick. It's so sick. It's so fucking sick.
Yeah.
It's just. So sick. So fucking sick. Found it in the deep, dark corners of the web last night, and I about lost my fucking brain. Dropped at 7 a.m. this morning. That's all out. 3 money line plays, 1 prop, and the final hashtag Don't Bet Against Brazilians parlay of the year. We are 1-1 on that bad boy now. I've already locked it in. Over 9-1 odds payout. 2 dogs, 2 heavy favorites. I fucking love it. I love it. The more I read about it, the more I wrote about it, the more I dove into the matchups. I said, holy cow, there's no way this doesn't get to the window.
I'll probably be scooping it up, man, because I am a big fan of the old DBAB train as well. I might have to do a little, I haven't done it in a while, a little bit of everything parlay too, because about 7 p.m. our time, it's going to be NFL one screen, UFC another screen, and, college basketball, college football all over the place, everywhere else. I cannot wait, dude. I think 3 afternoon, a little bit of a, not super early for the UFC prelims, but a little bit earlier than the typical pay-per-view type stuff. Yeah,
3:25. I'm pretty sure it officially kicks off. So yeah, it's not super late, but it's not super early. So it's not like one of those 11 o'clock ones that'll fucking sneak up on you, and you're like, "Ooh, I'd like to watch a fight right now," and then it's 7 o'clock at night and the card's over, and you're like, "Wait, what the fuck's going on?" So yeah, this one's just about the perfect one. We don't need to be up till 1 a.m. watching scraps. So
love it.
Perfect timing. There you go. There you have it. 29 minutes after the top of the hour. Outside of that, shout out Matilda. Shout out my mother. Matilda got a little bit of an early Christmas gift yesterday. All of you who follow me on Twitter or in between, old Matilda, the TTL mascot, my cat. She got an early Christmas gift last night that I spent some time putting together. You want to talk about a fucking affair.
What are we talking about here?
Got a brand new cat tower. For the old Tilly girl.
Okay, I see.
And this bad boy's got 2 fucking sides to it. This motherfucker takes up half the fucking living room.
Oh, jeez.
The cat gets more love than I do. That's okay. It's okay. I love you, Mom. Right. I still love you, Mom, but I understand it. I get it at this point. I'm worried, honestly, to see what happens when I actually have grandchildren. This is just a grand kitten. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. I don't know. But what I'm telling you is, I put the fucking post on upside down, had to take them bastards off, put them back on, put them backwards, then fucking had to reverse them and put them back on again. Fucking was all over the map, lost one of the damn fucking screws, found it again, thought I didn't have an extra part, was staring right at the part the whole damn time. I'm usually pretty damn good at this. I don't know if it was just because I had finished my UFC blog or what was happening, but I was having the damnedest time put this thing. It took me a fucking hour to put together this fucking cat tower last night.
Just like reading the shit type of reading the instruction shit that just like makes sense but then doesn't make sense when you get there type shit.
No problem. Yeah, so instead of having the fuzzy part up, as probably...
Yeah.
Here you go, genius. I decided to have the wood facing up, that'll generally get you going there. And then as you start to fucking build it and you're like, say, wait, that doesn't match. Oh, I have. And then you want to say in your head, like, no, I didn't do it backwards. Yeah. No way. And you start to try and figure out everywhere else because those stupid screws won't come undone once you get them fucking tightened. Dude. It's just
I don't even. I'm getting PTSD thinking about like early college putting together futons and shit, and then
child, please. I know it.
When it's time to get it done, it's like, all right, well, we're never putting this back together ever again, right?
Yeah.
100%. This thing's
150%. But shout out Ma, shout out Tilly.
Shout out.
Got her a new cat tower. Was a fun time. Maybe I'll do a little Happy Catter Day shot from the cat tower for the Twitter followers out there. So there you go. There you have it. Partner, that sure seems like an episode of the Cup of Joe on Campus podcast. I got an 11:30 appointment. Anything else from you, my friend?
No, sir. Probably about to dive into my, extra cheddar blog stuff for tomorrow. Little afternoon game. -7 now. The Packers are over the Ravens. Still don't know what Lamar's status is. Got some Monday doubleheader action, Tuesday NFL action coming up, which is like, I know everything's goofy, but I'm not too terribly mad about watching NFL on Tuesday.
I'm not gonna get down this rabbit hole, and I'm not gonna get down this whole political and all the bullshit. But what I will say is that if we are sticking by the letter of the law, what the fucking NFL said at the beginning of the year, those games should have been canceled.
Right, so I don't even think you're not even like stepping on toes. I think everyone is pissed off. All sides of the aisle are pissed off. Like NFL, you're just not doing what you said you did. And during the show, I didn't read into it. I think during the show they said they either made a plan or they're about to make a new plan, which is rightfully so because everyone's like, dude, what the hell are you doing?
It's horseshit.
Because you said it. You're not trying to like get down this rabbit hole, but they have pissed off just about everybody doing all this stuff.
Just open your fucking eyes. You don't have to be woke or not for this fucking topic. They said that a game was going to get canceled if they had more than fucking 5 players on COVID and they couldn't fill a roster. Both teams, which have gotten rescheduled, had the same fucking issue, and we didn't cancel it. But hey, who am I? What do I know?
Because Adrian Amos was like, I'm not even mad. Like, I'm just clarify, is this what we're going to be doing going forward? Or are we going to go, is this just a one-time thing? Like, hopefully this doesn't happen again. I don't know.
Put the tinfoil hat on real quick, not to get too much down the rabbit hole, but I think the NFL is a little bit more concerned about for some reason, I don't know why, trying to protect Dan Snyder and everything going on there and sweeping everything under the rug in that situation as fucking fast as we possibly can. Okay, we fired Gruden. Everybody stop fucking quit. Oh, hey, look, COVID. Hey, guys. Oh, hey, let's move and if we fucking go back on what we already said, that'll just create more fucking bullshit over here and everybody quit paying attention to fucking Dan Snyder. So, hey, everybody, reschedule. Oh, look at them. They're burning.
There is not a single person that can look me in the eyes and say that Dan Snyder isn't doing some type of shady shit, dude. You can't do it to me.
Bullshit. Well, we'll be here for another fucking hour if we get down this rabbit hole. My gosh, dude, because it's there you go. There you have it. You know our opinions. We don't tend to get down all that fucking shit too often, but
it comes out. It's like, he didn't interfere with any investigation. How the fuck do you know, dude?
What are you talking about, Raj? Where the fuck have you been? Oh, did you decide to come off of your fucking recliner with your M&Ms for a couple of minutes to give your opinion? Shut the fuck up.
Get us out of here.
Oh my gosh. Okay, my friends. That is an episode of the Cup of Joe on Campus podcast. From yours truly and my partner Mags, breaking down the entire collegiate football slate and collegiate basketball slates of the day. They will run in the ticker, all of our best bets of the day, one final time as we get on out of here. As always, to me, to you over there, partner, to all you beautiful people sipping the black elixir of the gods, one final sip. Oh, it's still flowing well.
Last me the entire duration of the show. How about that?
2 cups, we're good to rock and roll. There you go. There you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, degenerates, gamblers, college football fans, college basketball fans, anybody I might have left out far and wide, we hope you have a spectacular rest of your Saturday, unless you have any other plans. A terrific rest of your weekend filled with nothing but ticket cash and trips to the pay window, love, positivity, and prosperity. All the good vibes coming your way over the course of the next 24, 36 to 48 hours. Outside of that, take care of yourselves. Make sure you get all of today's best bets hammered in, everything in between, so you can say at the end of every single show with me and my partner, let's cash some tickets.